the tracks,
and I already regret it.
my decision to head out to the city,
'Cause I won't know what to say to.
and I'm not feeling well.
Yet the trains are always fucked up on the weekends. Woo! Your last year was amazing.
You got so much to be proud of.
Yet you're everything I wish that I could be.
'Cause I'm always talking to shit.
Yet I'm really not convinced.
That your actions could teach man how to speak.
Sometimes
Time isn't right. I'll stay home tonight.
I've got no self-control. Sometimes what's the point of lying when the truth is so much easier?
I know I'll call you back,
And we'll smile over drinks.
and we'll both know what I'm thinking, but we'll both pretend we don't.
'Cause I said I was over it.
And you said you were too.
But our actions contradict our better judgment like they always do.
You're so much better off. You're so much better off.
Sometimes
Time isn't right. I'll stay home tonight.
I've got no self-control. Sometimes what's the point of lying when the truth is so much easier? Yes, I wish that we had just been friends, and I hope this cycle finds an end. But I want things I shouldn't want, and I hate to be alone. You're on someone else's hook. Can't feel your soul change. Your blood obstructs your airways. You're drowned. Your voice won't gather. But when you have the rail, the handle has a different feel. You're just careless. They drown. They always know better. My loves were with your water. When I smile and I don't show it. Yet you do the same. Till the line snaps or you throw me back. Till the line snaps or you throw me back.
But I'm hanging in, can't see past the sun's reflection surface. It keeps me distant, you leave me so much slack, I never think you'll pull me back.
Down with my pull, would you know there's no run left alone? I'm in a fight against myself again. My loves are with your water, but I smile and I don't show it. Yet you do the same. Till the line snaps or you throw me back. Till the line snaps or you throw me back.
Warning: the following podcast contains graphic and immature content. For those of the faint of heart, it is strongly advised to stop listening immediately.
You fucking pussies.
For all others, welcome to the Rudist.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Run, shut up and sit the fuck down.
Why can't you guys just be depressed with me?
Because I don't want to play weird penis games with my friends.
John, what the hell are you thinking? You can't say part on the podcast, you fuck.
All I'm saying is you can convince a lot of people with a tit slip. If Nancy Pelosi came slurring up to the podium and showed a little titty, maybe I'd be inclined to vote for that shit.
Hey man, I'm all into hard dicks and wet pussies. Oh fuck, god damn it.
See what I mean? Welcome to the show.
All right, everybody, welcome.
Hey, welcome to the Rudist. Clipping immediately. Great.
Yep, well, welcome to the Rudist. I'm your host, Ricky Evan Clark, along with my co-host. We got John from John Breaks Bad News and Ron the Don Tachico.
Hi.
Ron, how you doing?
I'm doing terribly.
All right, John, how the fuck you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm stressed out and miserable. And
Why?
Because trying to get all this stuff to work is new to me, and I'm learning, and it's not as fun as it looks.
Yeah, well, nothing's ever fucking fun in life that's enjoyable. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nah. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're off to a fucking great start here on the fucking podcast. All right, John, tell me.
Well, I want to know what happened with your dick bullets this week.
Oh, what are dick
Okay,
bullets?
all right.
What was
so-
going on with that?
Okay, so anyway, if you don't understand what we mean by dick bullets, I am talking about kidney stones. That's when you have a buildup of calcium in your kidneys.
In your
and-
urethra,
yeah.
correct? Or like it shoots out your urethra?
Urethras are only females, but
No,
y-
no.
No, they are fucking certainly not.
well, to be completely honest,
They are not.
Everyone
Well,
has
to
straight-
to be
for
completely
females.
honest, my dick hole is clipping just like our podcast is right now. So, essentially, what kidney stones are is they're a buildup of calcium and a lot of deposits in your kidneys when you necessarily don't take care of yourself. So that excess of calcium and everything your body can't process just gets built up in your kidneys, and then that shit just tries to come straight out your cock. So essentially, I'm sitting at work, right? And all of a sudden, I'm not feeling too well, feeling a little nauseous, nothing a little bit crazy, but all of a sudden, it's like getting hit in the fucking side with a sledgehammer, and then you have to continue your fucking day. You go into a urinal, Now, I don't have a particularly good time in a urinal because this is a whole other fucking situation. When you got short legs and an average-sized fucking penis, you're at jeopardy of dipping your dick in piss the entire time. So you're literally sitting there at a fucking urinal trying to not dip your dickhead in liquid fucking gold while also trying to push a fucking cock rock out your fucking kidneys into your fucking piss hole. So how was it, John? How was it, John?
I wanna know.
No, ask me. John, how was it?
How was it, Ricky?
It was fucking miserable. I hope that nobody has to ever go through having fucking kidney stones ever again, because it's happened to me like 5 times because I don't take care of my fucking body. If this is literally a public service announcement for drinking fucking water, drink the fucking water.
I don't know. I've been running.
How old are you?
Oh,
Whoa.
Jesus, what is going on
Whoa,
there?
who is this? Now.
Someone.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Riley.
Hold on.
Oh,
hold on.
Riley.
Yeah, I was invited.
Riley, if you don't get off the fucking podcast, I swear to God, I'm gonna.
Hey.
Hold on.
He's our guest.
Hold on. He's a guest.
He's a guest.
Surprise guest.
He's the.
I've only drank.
Can,
Hold on,
can you
vodka for
can
3
you
years,
wait
so-
wait? Can you turn yourself down? You're way too loud. That's all right.
That's a little bit better. No. We didn't.
Way lower.
That's okay. How's this?
No, it's not good. Please.
I don't know what's going on. I can't. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I could fix your audio.
Hold on. Just give it a second.
There. Try that. Keep going. All right. Perfect.
There we fucking go. go. Now I can turn my fucking headphones up so I can actually hear what the fuck my brain is processing without having a fucking stroke.
This is Riley is the producer for the Dick Show. He is also from ASE Presents. He does a lot of really funny shit on YouTube. He does like man on the street kind of videos where he
Riley,
goes
how's
and
it
he
going, brother?
completely pisses people off. Like one of my favorite clips from him is he's in his car and this old man is like, you can't film me, and he's like, yeah, I can, and the old man's like, I'm gonna kill you, and he's like, you can't do that, that's illegal, and and the guy just walks away. Yeah.
So Riley's from the Dick Show?
Yeah, he's the producer of the Dick Show.
Not surprising because he's raping my fucking ears as we speak.
No, that's my fault. That's not his
My
fault.
audio is too good. I'm running through a full mixer console.
Yeah, that was I don't know what I'm doing, which is my fault, not his fault.
It's okay. It's okay, Riley. How's it going, brother? You good?
It's going great. He forgot to tell me the show was starting. We were talking on Facebook, and he said he'd send
Yeah,
me
'cause
a
I-
Discord invite, and then he didn't.
I sent it to you on Discord.
On Discord, but we were talking on Facebook, so I was just like waiting.
Oh,
Like, oh,
fucking!
okay.
I have to use my cell
damn
phone
it.
as a webcam, so I couldn't.
Well, it became the time you told me the show was starting, so I got on Discord to be like, "Hey, bud, are you?" And then I saw it. So.
Yeah. So because I thought, because last week when we were talking about what we were going to do for this week, I thought we were going to tell getting fucked up stories.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just Ricky's dick.
Yeah, Ricky's dick getting fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty much been a excruciating moment for me, and everybody else
Well,
is just
sure.
laughing at my experience.
Well, I'm curious how old you are or whatever, because I've only been drinking Dr. Pepper, just Dr. Pepper, for like 4 years now, 3 or 4 years. It's like
Okay,
a bit in my
okay.
life.
So honestly, if you look into perspective, I'm only 28 and I'm aging like fucking milk.
Okay.
So
I'm 21 and I'm really fat, but I haven't had a kidney stone or anything yet. So I'm like,
All
maybe
right,
I'll avoid-
well, be prepared.
Right before Riley jumped in, I was gonna say, like, I've drank nothing but Red Bull and alcohol for the last like 6 years,
Oh yeah, I drink alcohol too.
and I've never had a kidney stone.
I've never had one.
I don't
either.
know what's going on with you. You should probably go to a doctor.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit, Sherlock. It's called fucking bad genetics, and I fucking hate you
Kidney
for
stones aren't
questioning.
genetic.
I
Kidney stones
don't-
are
yeah.
not genetic.
Oh yeah, kidney stones are not genetic. Do your fucking research, faggot.
I have diabetes. I know what genetics
whoa,
are.
Whoa,
If-
whoa!
look, if you haven't
Watch
cut
the
open a
F
dick,
slurs,
Ricky.
I'm sorry.
If you're gonna be
Tregget.
dropping F slurs on the show, I'm gonna start saying real gamer words, and we're gonna get canceled
No,
real
I'm
quick.
I'm not doing this. I'm not
I
doing this.
apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry. But
Look,
anyway.
Ricky's been drinking.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough week. You know, made a lot of money. Also pissed calcium deposits out of my cock. So it's been a little confusing time for my life, and I apologize for my excessive use of the F word. Did not mean to do that. I apologize.
All right,
Bravo, Ricky.
good job, Ricky.
We're proud of you.
We're making sorta steps. Anyway.
You're raising awareness for a really important issue. I think scientifically we need to start cutting open cocks and seeing which races' cocks have wider veins to pass calcium through. There could be something to this.
I agree. I think it's very important that we.
This is the next step of what is it? Phonetics? Fuck.
Phonetics. All right.
Eugenics.
Phonetics?
Phonetics.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know we were talking about ebonics on the podcast. But
No,
I
we're
guess
talking about
gonna-
eugenics on the podcast.
talking about
This is-
science.
Eugenics.
This is a eugenics
phonetics.
podcast from now on.
We're talking
From
about
this day forward, it's a eugenics podcast where we talk about the skull size and shape of joggers.
joggers.
Oh boy.
Also
Oh, no,
rhymes with
no.
Look,
bloggers.
I just want to know whose cock can take the most calcium through it without pain.
Ricky, at this point, Ricky's
well,
winning.
Well, Ricky's
If
in
you,
pain, but he's winning.
Okay, well, if you want to talk experience, I guess I won that fucking category. Not proudly.
Seeing that it's been like an 8-month ordeal for you.
I spent about 45 minutes crying in a fucking shower fetal position while also having hot water run down my lower back.
Wait, but it's Friday.
I thought I was supposed to be the depressed one.
That was Wednesday.
Okay. That's abnormal then.
Yeah,
I don't break till the 5th day of the week.
okay.
Ricky's kidney stones don't want to leave his body.
I don't break until I wake up in the fucking morning. Okay, so
I'll wake up coughing and hacking because of how much I smoke weed. Like,
Oh,
the inside of
poor
a dirty
you.
bong. That's like my chest now. So waking up's like a whole painful ordeal.
I'm so sad that you wake up happy in the morning.
I wake up hacking, but it's because I smoke filthy cigarettes as
See, those are
often
bad.
as I possibly can.
You do realize that Ron never wakes up happy in the morning.
Yeah, and I don't have a reason. I just don't.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem.
You gotta get
Like I'm
you
not
gotta start
coughing,
ingesting.
I'm not like pushing out fucking.
You gotta start
rocks.
injecting testosterone. That's what you need to do because you gotta get that T up.
I'm looking into it.
Based on personal experience, that shit does not work.
Doesn't make you any happier. Just makes you angrier.
Just makes you wake up with the stiffest dick in the morning.
You need to fuck more. That's you gotta use the dick. That's the problem.
John.
Yeah.
John, don't offer yourself to me.
I'm not offering. That's not. That. Don't mistake my words.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Do not mistake my words as kindness, Ricky.
Yo, what's up, sugar daddy? How you doing?
All right, let's get this train back on the rails. What's
All
going on today? What are we
Oh,
doing?
this train on the fucking rails. Are you kidding me? We've all been off the rails for fucking years, bro. Don't worry about it.
Riley, what do you have on the pipeline coming out? I know that you were just editing an episode of your prank phone call podcast, right? Is that up on the feeds?
Yeah, last night I uploaded episode 5 of I Am the Greatest. That show is about me doing prank calls, but the skin over the prank calls is that I'm George Ozunian. Maddox.
Maddox? You're
Nope.
Maddox on the...
Yeah, so my goal is to impersonate Maddox, and hopefully I cause him some kind of harm to his reputation eventually. I'm baiting a lawsuit, obviously.
Oh, wait, who's George
Maddox is my favorite internet content creator.
He-
I wish he did more of his podcast. He only does it every other 3 months or something. So it's hard to make fun of it.
It's very difficult to make fun of it. It's also he's also a banana on Twitch now.
What does that mean?
Yeah, he's so busy.
What did you just say to me?
Wait, hold the fuck up. No. You can't just. He's a banana now on the internet right now. How the what?
So
what?
you get-
All right. No. Let me
Riley,
finish.
can you put any of
How-
those clips
is
into Discord?
What is a banana
I don't
on the
have it.
internet?
Hold on.
Um,
So he streams on Twitch. He was for a while streaming with a cowboy overlay, pretending to be a cowboy. Now he's pretending to be a banana.
funniest thing I've ever
So,
heard.
so not only did he pretend to be gay, he is also gay more.
What?
Well, I think he's jealous of the attention that Dick was giving Onision recently.
All right.
So he picked up that banana joke.
Oh,
I actually think that's why.
that makes a lot of sense.
That's the real reason why. I've been making fun of and watching Maddox for like 3 or 4 years now, and I really think that's why he did it. That's my expert witness opinion.
Yeah, I honestly, I think I really agree with that opinion because
Yeah.
why else would you be doing a banana?
That's the
thing?
kind of abstract avant-garde that Maddox thinks he's like operating on. Is
He's
like,
just thinks
oh,
he's this like fucking content genius doing the
yeah, I'm gonna do
smartest.
this. I'm gonna
Ripping
do
off
this
Pickle
low
Rick.
cut to Onision,
So
and that'll
essentially-
show Dick.
All right, so essentially, this dude comes on and he just thinks he's a banana.
Ricky,
and-
are you familiar with who Maddox is at all?
No, absolutely fucking
Okay,
not.
so back in
I'm a normal human
All right,
being.
he's gonna
I don't know
explain
what
it.
you're talking about.
He's gonna explain it. To
all
you.
right.
Okay,
so,
let's hear it, John.
So Maddox wrote this book. I think
wrote a book.
it was published in the early 2000s, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was called
2001 or 2003 or something.
Yeah, it was
whatever.
called The Alphabet of Manliness, and it was pretty funny. You know, like if you read the book, it was like one of them was
So it's called the alphabet of man.
yeah, of manliness. So
Of
G was for
manliness.
groping, and it was about that chapter was about how like it was okay to go and grope women. You know, like, but it was written satirically.
So
you know, like
so E was for ecstasy. F was for fucking women. G was for you know.
No, that wasn't his alphabet. He had
F
more.
was for spreading hips.
Spreading hips. Okay.
Spreading hips.
That's a different thing.
Yeah,
But,
he's also very very savvy on when talking to women on the internet.
I doubt that.
The dude's a prolific content inspirer.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's very inspiring for me right now. I'm about to fall fucking asleep. But
So-
sure.
So okay,
There's a
so
lot. There's a lot to the
yeah, there's a
history of
lot.
this.
So he wrote this book. He was on the New York Times bestsellers list. Kind of.
So is 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
we know it doesn't mean anything, but to him, it's this crowning
An
achievement.
entire book fucking talking about consensual non-consent made the New York Times bestseller, and you want me to take this seriously?
This was the earliest.
No, don't take it seriously at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't take
okay,
it seriously
thank
because
you.
it wasn't like he got the New York Times bestsellers list of comedy, which was what he was shooting for.
Right, it was self-help.
Shooting for, no pun intended.
It was like,
It was in self-help.
yeah, it was a self-help book, which like anybody,
Oh, no.
everybody's self-help books makes the fucking top 10 New York Times bestsellers list. It wasn't like he was number one either. He was just on the list. He got
was just
mentioned
on the list.
Yeah, and he hasn't shut up about it for 20
so
fucking
he's
years.
been bragging about this shit the entire time.
He's
Yeah.
a New York
Fuck.
Times
Ron,
best-selling
Ron.
author. Yeah,
Self-help
he is a cock.
books.
Yeah,
Ron, please.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't work.
Ron,
I've read them all.
Ron, no, I'm saying you need to write one.
I need to write one.
You need to write
I
a
have
self-help
no
book.
idea how to.
How to
even
get
my
kidney
God.
stones.
Ricky,
Ron.
yeah.
Actually, that was me, and that's probably the
sorry.
hardest. That's probably the hardest thing you would ever go through. But sure.
I'll help him. I'll help him write it.
Okay.
I'll help him write
Whoa,
it.
you guys just collab together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all get together.
mean-
we'll write this kidney stone book.
I mean,
and
for 3.5
sell-
months,
make $1 million.
For 3.5 months, I went to visit Ricky at a bar, and he couldn't shut the fuck up
Okay.
about how he couldn't pass these kidney stones. So I could help him write this book.
What a perpetual problem. Yeah, just stop drinking soda.
It's too much milk.
Hold on.
It's the milk.
He looks like a big
Milk?
baby, so he's just. I love you.
It
Ricky.
is my obsession with milk.
These are good. These are the right problems to have.
You just dehydrate.
These are
them.
definitely not the right problems to have. Sir.
Definitely.
There's not a better problem to have. Name one.
name one better problem.
Name one or better problem right now. I just got to know.
That's kind of a mean thing to say.
I break a phone every couple weeks. I feel like that's a better problem.
That's a much worse problem, I think. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's a- yeah,
direction.
yeah, it's worse.
Yeah, I don't understand which.
Because when I break a phone,
understand
I
which
don't.
direction we're supposed to be going in.
I'm confused. Too.
This whole podcast has gone off the rails immediately. All
yeah,
right, it's fun.
why are you getting so cranky? What's
What
the
do you mean?
matter?
Nah, I'm not
You're getting
cranky.
antsy. You're getting antsy.
You push a fucking BB gun out of your fucking dick, and then you tell me you're not cranky, you cunt. You want to talk
good point,
about
Ricky.
you want to talk about fucking sitting there on a toilet bowl crying while playing Nintendo Switch? Go fuck yourself.
Whoa.
The Nintendo Switch that you sold.
Yeah, I sold after I
He didn't wanna
passed
think
a
of the-
fucking
he
stone
didn't wanna
out of
think
my
of the
cock.
memories.
Okay, yeah. All right. So,
I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Kind of sensationalizing it.
Oh, go fuck yourself, pal.
Right. Ricky.
I'm sure I could pass a fucking kidney stone, no fucking problem.
I
I
get
got a wide urethra.
Women give birth.
You know what's funny? The first time this shit happened to me, didn't know what the fuck was going on, so I went to the hospital. The fucking attending nurse, before she fucked up my fucking IV drip, she says, "Hey, I heard that shit's just like birth. I had a child a week ago." And I was like, "Oh, you're standing. Wow, wonderful."
Yeah, what do you think happens when a woman gives birth? They just they get up that day. Like
At least you can name the child. I can't just piss a fucking dick rock out of the fucking tip
Yeah,
hole of
yeah.
my fucking
who's
pecker.
telling you that you can't name the dick hole rock?
Right, you could keep that.
You could keep it.
Yeah, you get a
I imagine
jar.
people do.
Just like people who keep
I know that
toenails,
they're
you
not
can keep your
actually
kidney
that big.
stones.
They're like a grain of sand when they finally do pass.
I
so
feel
it's
like
Bro.
I
digging
feel like
around
I
in a
felt this
toilet full of
pain and I
piss.
was on the way to the abortion clinic. Fuck it.
You like created a ball of calcium. That's alchemy. You did
Yeah.
that with your dick.
Are you?
You could be in an anime.
I'm the Full Metal Alchemist, except my dick just does it.
So the other thing that Oh, I was on a podcast last night that didn't go very well.
Oh, what happened?
Awesome.
So these kids emailed me and they were like, "Hey, can you come on my podcast? Like on our podcast? It's called Los Pollos Podcast." And I was like, I just say yes to everything. That's like the rule that I've had ever since I started doing
I feel like it's a good
content
move.
on the internet. I just say
It's
yes.
funny.
Do you,
And
do you
I-
have a link? Did they record it or no?
Yeah, it's up on YouTube or Spotify or Apple. I don't know. I didn't care.
I don't know. I wasn't aware.
I didn't care.
I don't know. I
Because
wasn't.
they cut out my best shit. They said it was too like as soon as we were done recording, they were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to cut a lot of this out. And I was like, what do you mean you're gonna have to cut a lot of this? You asked me to come on here. Have you not watched what I do?
Right.
And they were like, no, not really. And like that thing that you said at the end, we're definitely cutting that out. So I'm going to tell that story right now. So they started asking me like a bunch of like comedian talking about comedian questions, which I fucking don't like. And so I'm
Right.
trying to be polite and I'm trying to answer them as best as I possibly can. And they're like, well, what do you think of George Carlin? And I'm like, I don't think he's really a comedian. I think he's more of a TED talker. Like he's
Wait,
like
wait. Hold the
but he
fuck
says
up.
funny stuff.
he
Hold
says,
the
yeah,
fuck-
so do TED Talkers. Have you ever listened to a fucking TED Talk?
wait,
Some of them are pretty
wait,
funny.
Wait, yeah. Teddy Roosevelt did have some great funny talking points, but
What?
how the fuck are you gonna refer to George Carlin, the fucking greatest, to fucking a boring talking?
Okay, because if you were to pull up any given George Carlin special and count and run a count on how many applause breaks he has versus laughter breaks, he
Right.
far outweighs applause breaks.
He's a
I'm not saying that he's not brilliant, and I'm not saying that I don't enjoy listening to him. I just don't consider him a comedian. He's my least favorite comedian. One of my favorite talkers, least favorite comedian.
John, who is your favorite?
I agree
comedian?
with that actually.
I actually agree with that too. I mean, he's funny.
He's
funny, but
he is
I
definitely
agree
a
that, like,
talking point, but for the podcast you're on, there's no way you should cast stones on the great George Carlin.
I'm not casting stones.
No,
I'm
no,
making
no,
an
no,
observation.
no, not you. The actual podcast you're on.
Oh, the Los Pollos guys? Those guys?
the lowest point you ever had in your career. So
Yeah. So yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
glad we got that out of the way.
So
So
good, very good point. So basically, what they started asking me like where my line was, and I was like, I don't really have one.
There's no line.
And they were like, "Well,
It's
what's like the worst? Well, like what's the worst thing that you've said in public? Like,
God, I
as
hope
far
you
as
didn't
content."
answer that honestly.
And I did. Yeah, I said.
No, that's not the worst thing you've said in public. I mean, it's one of the
John,
the worst
we
things.
hang out
What?
with you. That's definitely whatever you said on there is
I
definitely
was
not the
I was
worst
there.
thing.
I was there.
No,
when
no,
you
no.
said it in
Well,
public.
let me tell the story and
Okay,
let people
let's go.
decide on
All
whether
right.
or not it's pretty bad
All
or
right,
not.
I'm backing off. Let's go.
Yeah.
So basically, the story that I told is, I have this theory that shitting your pants and having an orgasm while you're being raped are almost the same thing.
I can't believe this is coming up right now. Okay, I have to. This is the fourth time I've had to relive this moment. At least.
I am going to hell. Anyway, so continue.
Okay.
Please.
So basically,
For my enjoyment.
if you're a young woman and you're walking down a dark alleyway and there's a man.
Hold on. Oh, warning. This is the hottest take.
It's
All right,
not that hot of a take. It's
Yeah.
pretty tame.
It's.
Oh, okay.
I see where it's going. It's not that hot of a take.
So yeah, it's as soon as I say the setup, everybody knows exactly where it's going to go, and the fact that it got taken off these guys' podcast just proves that they shouldn't have even asked me.
John, let it rip.
So the bit is, if you're a young woman and you're walking down an alleyway and a man is following you, you have that fear creep up your spine, and like you're very scared. And if you're me and you need to take a shit and there's no toilets around, you have that fear crawl up your spine and you get really antsy and nervous. It continues, if you're the young lady in the alleyway and you start hearing the man getting closer to you and saying, I'm going to rape you. Now you're very scared. And if you're me and the shit is about to hit your asshole, you're very scared, and you're now panicking and trying to get away to anywhere that you could safely take this dump. Much like the woman is running away and now trying to get anywhere where she could safely not have her vagina invaded. Now here's where
same thing.
it's the same thing. Now here's where it starts to get even more similar.
Okay. Continue.
Ricky, let him go. Let him go.
All right. When you start shitting your pants,
Okay.
you're in maybe like a lot of discomfort and pain, and now you're humiliated and you feel dirty.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you start getting raped, you're in a lot of pain and you feel humiliated and dirty. But if you come while you're getting raped,
God damn it! I gotta
you still came. And that's pretty good.
No.
And taking a shit is always awesome. It's always fantastic.
John, the people want to know. Okay.
Hold on, wait.
Okay, you're still going. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not done.
All right,
Let him go.
I'm
Let him
backing.
go.
I'm backing off again because. Okay, continue.
It's a rough one. I've again, and this is the
And after
at least
both,
fifth time
you
I've
have
heard
to
this.
take a shower.
What?
Now, I know that a
Wait, you have
lot.
to take a shower every time you take a shit?
If I shit my pants,
Oh, that's right.
the whole thing is you're shitting
You
your
gotta follow
pants.
the joke premise. Come on.
I've heard it 5 times.
Now-
I'm
okay.
jaded.
Well,
I'm
you
not
weren't
even-
listening.
No, I'm not
Now-
listening this time.
Right.
I've already heard it
The
5
lady,
times.
listen, you guys all might think that this is offensive, and the ladies at the sexual assault support groups also think it's offensive, but they get me.
Jesus.
John.
That's all pretty solid.
Honestly,
it can be tightened up.
I definitely can be tightened up.
I
I got to work on it a bit.
John,
Your
John,
crowd- your
John,
crowd was
I've definitely,
shit.
I've definitely said a million times I got raped on Xbox Live due to the fact that my kill-death ratio is a little bit low. But comparing rape to you shitting yourself is probably a little edgy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be edgy. That's the point.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
It's
What
supposed
the
to be one. It's supposed to be something horrible that people would hear.
John, I had keyword had respect for you.
What, you don't have any really good like in pocket rape jokes to just whip out? You need a like for your type 5 of rape jokes.
Okay, so you want to my mic's off, but still.
I was trying to mute. I was trying to mute Ron.
Okay, so honestly, there's a lot of in pocket rape jokes. Like, hey, it's not rape if they're dead. It's not rape if you yell surprise first. It's not rape if they consent and then take it away. There's a lot of rape jokes you could possibly fucking have. And after this, we're probably gonna get canceled. But fuck it.
You can't get canceled if you don't cancel yourself. That's what I always say.
Okay, great.
Hold on, you're back.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. My brother's been texting me. He's listening to the show. He immediately when you started your bit, he was like, "You guys are getting canceled immediately."
We're getting canceled. It's
No,
all
we're
right.
not.
I agree. I don't think we're getting canceled either.
Number one, it's my YouTube channel, so if that gets fucking tanked, like,
yeah, that's
That's
right.
right. We could just move
That's
back
right.
to our own YouTube
That's
channel.
right.
it's whatever. It happens.
I love the
He's
fact
like,
that
"Fuck it."
that we're hiding underneath the guise of John Breaks Bad News. It's fucking wonderful. We have just this security blanket.
No, it's great. All right, so everybody else do a rape joke.
Yeah.
Like, what's your guys?
I don't have any rape jokes.
We've all done stand-up comedy, right?
Well, I bitched out a couple times, but it is what it is.
I've done it. I'm not great at it. I didn't prepare myself well enough, and I also because I thought it was easy.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. He just didn't have enough Hot Pockets material to make it famous.
See, when I don't write anything, and I've been in shows and stuff where I just didn't prepare, I just called it improv, and it was fine.
Yeah, but
Nobody cares.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Everybody just leaves and
Dude,
goes and smokes a cigarette.
That is golfing with a handicap at the max. I love it.
No, the other day I tried out 23andMe, but I was stoned and watching the news. Apparently the rape statistics, like 9 in 10 women are raped. And since I just found out I had 100 female cousins, that freaked me out. You know how bad it feels to find out you let 10 get away?
Jesus.
It's a joke. I'm kidding. The real statistic is 1 in 5.
That's still not good. That's still not
that's
a good
basically
statistic.
my,
It's way better than 9 and 10, but
That's a very concise, like very quick and witty rape joke. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that one.
that's sort of up there with Arkansas's motto: 14 million people, 5 last names.
Hey, I am from Arkansas. I'll take it.
Yeah, I bet.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't have better rape jokes than me. Look, Arkansas invented rape jokes.
It just means like you have a few extra chromosomes when I hear you speak. It's
in
not a big
Arkansas, rape jokes are family-friendly comedy.
deal. All right,
Okay?
So, listen,
oh
man.
this
This is the world.
Because comedy is based on experience.
All right, well,
is like a floating.
you were
dumpster fire
clearly
right now.
experienced as keeping that
I'm just trying to
bloodline
get.
alive.
I'm trying to get you guys canceled. Like, what's the worst? thing
We
I
don't
can
need
say?
any help.
No, I think we need a lot of help.
John's
All
gonna
right,
do that
all
on
right.
his own.
So, listen, what do you think about Uncle Ben getting canceled, or Aunt Jemima getting canceled, or the Land
Oh,
O'Lakes
amazing.
Native American getting canceled?
The butter Indian.
How do you feel about that? Because I like to spread genocide on my bagels.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait.
Well, you didn't say. Okay, so Land O'Lakes.
Oh,
Land O'Lakes.
no, I know, I get
Oh,
it. But
okay.
are you saying that you're anti Land O'Lakes logo, or?
No, I don't give a fuck. It's a food group.
Oh, okay,
It's-
yeah, me
it's
neither. Cool.
It's a package.
Well, you
of
said
butter.
that genocide thing.
It's a package of butter. Well, that's the whole thing. Like,
I don't care either way. Look, here's
keep
the
the
part.
land, remove the Indian.
Here's
like,
the part
that's
that pisses me off about it is fucking the idea that people are actually like writing Land O'Lakes being promoted in the in the ether of society that like liberals are super upset about the Land O'Lakes Indian is completely retarded.
It is a double-edged
Right.
sword because
They're not. What it is that whenever something comes up in the news or in society that people are talking about, like I think when the Land O'Lakes thing was got taken off, people were upset about Native Americans again for some reason. So Land O'Lakes says, "Oh, what we could do is we could take the fucking Indian lady off of our fucking butter." And then we could do a press release saying that we've taken the Indian lady off of our butter, and then
it
we
was
can.
a dude, but we're gender neutral anyway, so fuck it.
Right, but that makes a story where
was
there
a
wasn't a
dude?
story.
Yeah, it was a dude. It wasn't a chick.
No, that was a chick.
That was
the
a
Land
girl.
O'Lakes.
Yeah.
Do you know what women look like? What the fuck?
Have you
Like,
seen-
I
have
understand
you
it was
seen
a
my
Native
dating
American, but
history.
I have
no
Obviously
idea
not.
I'm sure that's a whole box of worms for you boys now.
Like I just don't.
Uncle
Like-
Jesse is gonna sell great.
Uncle
Jesse Lee Peterson's already making an Uncle Jesse syrup.
Oh, I'm gonna buy a gallon of that. Do you guys know
Oh,
who Jesse
yeah.
Lee Peterson is?
No, I don't.
Who the fuck
He-
is Jess Lee?
He's this black guy, and he just completely he does like a lot of debates, like kind of Ben Shapiro style. He'll have people come onto his
Alright.
show, and like he'll just completely school them within seconds with like one question, and it's like, how do you feel about? Do you
Do you
think?
forgive your mother?
Yeah. Do you forgive your mother? Is one of them.
All right, so essentially, Uncle Jesse literally just sits there and waits for the person with the most flamboyant colored hair to fucking respond.
No,
to their
no.
shit.
It's usually like legit people. That's not like he's
That's
not
just
Ben
Ben
Shapiro.
Shapiro, yeah.
That's Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah, no. Jesse Lee Peterson has been a pastor of his own church in LA for like 10 plus years.
That's
Before that, he
automatically
was an
where I lost
activist.
respect for Uncle Jesse and his fucking church because
No
you know,
way.
that's-
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A pastor shitting on people. That's great.
it's still a
Oh,
pastor.
yeah. He does a morning
you're
show.
that
You call
anti-religious.
in too. You call in, you tell him that you've fucked up in some way, and then you explain all the people you blame except for yourself. And then he says beta and tells you to look at yourself and that it's your fault. And then he
Oh,
tells you to move out of your
we're
parents'
not talking
house.
about Jesse Jackson. I apologize.
Jesse Lee Peterson's incredibly based.
Yeah.
Yeah. He makes fun of Nick Fuentes, which is great, and Destiny. I don't know. He makes fun of people I don't like.
He makes fun of the lead
Way to
singer
go.
of like an old.
Nick
old,
Fuentes is
old-
not the lead singer. He's a
Oh,
politi-
Vic Fuentes. I'm sorry. I got.
Why do you keep
Oh.
messing up everybody?
What?
Because I don't understand what the fuck you people are talking
Ricky
about.
hasn't
The
swallowed his red
online
pill yet.
war.
You need that
Oh,
red,
okay.
Ricky. You gotta
Mick
get that red
Fuentes?
pill. You
What?
gotta,
You gotta take that red pill.
I gotta take that red pill. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm off the fucking walls right now. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, continue on.
My whole thing is like the mascots are like the major image that they impose is that they're really good at making pancake syrup or they're really good at making rice. So why are we gonna remove them?
I feel like Aunt Jemima has been a staple for years.
Aunt
been-
Jemima has
been
terrible
around-
SEO. That's the biggest problem. If you Google Aunt Jemima,
So you're
and-
saying that fucking the reason that Aunt Jemima got canceled is because you can't search Aunt Jemima on
Without
fucking
seeing-
Google?
Democrats hate black people. That's why Aunt Jemima got canceled.
That's true. But also, if you Google fucking Aunt Jemima, within like the first page of Google image results is like a big red-lipped like caricature of a black
See-
person from the 1920s.
See, this,
but the
this
original-
whole shit is entirely backwards because if you cancel Aunt Jemima, you're literally taking a person of African American culture out of the fucking system just to fucking cut up the nose to spite your face for the fact that you are literally just trying to find some sort of fucking liberal fucking culture. It's stupid because you're literally just taking off a fucking brand because they're black. Isn't that racist in itself?
Yes.
yeah,
yeah, everybody
100%.
agrees with
No,
you.
I'm with you on that.
No,
fucking
this is
stupid.
this is the red pill. Like, yes, it is
Yeah, but-
racist.
well,
Yeah.
that's my point. Again, this person's being glorified for being part of a brand. Let's be honest. Aunt Jemima is
Like,
the
ha-
best
like-
pancake syrup, right?
Like, has Aunt Jemima ever, like, raped a 4-year-old? Like, why are we canceling Aunt Jemima? This is fucking stupid.
no, it's just Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden fucking creeps on little fucking kids, but he's in the running to become the fucking president.
But-
and we're canceling Aunt Jemima.
But again, back to my point is that like, if anything, they're being glorified. Like they're the character on the best pancake syrup that everyone wants to buy, right? When you go to buy pancake syrup, do you not want to go buy Aunt Jemima?
Look,
100%.
is that
no,
not
no,
the
no,
fir-
no, 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 no,
None of this matters. None of
Motherfucker,
this is,
have you ever heard of Canada?
None of this is the point.
That's
the
tree
entire
sap. That's not
the
maple
entire
syrup.
point is that it's fucking corporations co-opting a social movement in the country for fucking liberal brownie points. And it's not even like liberal brownie points, it's like women brownie points. The only reason why they're doing this is because 80% of women 80% of purchases done in the United States are made by women. If you can make women feel good, you're going to make a lot of fucking money. That's it.
Right.
That's the entire reason why they do this.
And the women buying products because of Black Lives Matter are the exact same women calling the cops in Central Park on black dudes for telling them to put a leash on their dog and filming them.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
person.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Same
It's like,
person.
why are you going to take our Aunt Jemima away? Wow, she was such a great individual.
That's another
It's-
thing, but that's
yeah,
another
you're-
thing that pisses me off is like everybody. I woke up the morning that they took Aunt Jemima off the fucking maple syrup bottles, that they announced that they were doing this, and I was like, great, everybody's gonna be really pissed off because corporations are doing something fucking stupid again to look good in front of people. And when I opened up fucking Facebook, it was just a bunch of boomers that liked the nice jogger lady on the syrup
didn't.
bottle.
Or had never used the product before and were
Exactly.
just mad at the same ideological bullshit the left is.
Well, when they
I hate them all.
when they removed the
So stupid.
Listen, the people who are so outraged about Aunt Jemima being taken off the fucking label are just as bad as the same people who are fighting fucking for it. This is
they are. I agree.
This is literally a fucking label of fucking pancake syrup. Like how far have we come from where you literally have to fucking change everything you can to appease the fucking people that don't even exist or have even fucking protested this shit? I can only imagine the most Caucasian of fucking CEOs having their fucking label as Aunt Jemima fucking maple syrup, motherfucker, and then just storing it on fucking pancakes, and then them just finally just taking the whole situation to be like, we can't do this anymore. Wow, this is fucking brilliant.
They've been doing it for fucking 200 years. Literally, almost. Aunt Jemima is one of the
Like
oldest running brands.
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima is literally one of the oldest running trademarks in
Yeah.
the entire country. I mean, what's annoying is like Like, I agree with you also that the people that are like super outraged about their maple syrup losing their little mascot, like
Yeah,
I
it's
agree
fucking
that
retarded.
No, because
It's so dumb.
because my friend when they removed the Native American from the Land O'Lakes package, he was in an outrage, like literally texting me and freaking out. And
Like, motherfucker, you buy store brand anyway.
I was like, oh,
what are you talking
I'm
about?
so
You
sorry.
only buy that when it's on sale.
I'm like, I'm so sorry that you lost your butter Indian. Like get over
Right.
it. Get over it. Like, it's butter. It's gonna taste the same. It's gonna look the same. But I also do understand on the other side, like why you would be a little upset why they're doing it. But at the same time, like, how does this affect your life? How does this ruin your life?
It doesn't.
It does. Like, is
Everybody is pretending to be stupid.
Like-
today, not today. Yesterday, there was an ad ran by the Trump campaign, which had like the Nazi symbol for communism.
No. That's totally false. All right. So what happened today? It was a downward-facing red symbol that apparently signified that you were Jewish in the concentration camps.
No, it signified that
Well,
you were
it's a
communist.
triangle.
Yeah,
so who
it's a
cares?
yeah,
triangle.
it's a downward-facing fucking triangle.
racist triangle.
Just like me going okay on camera is super fucking racist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
it's stupid.
Here's my interpretation of what I read about that. Okay, so you have somebody on the Trump campaign that's like, okay, we could spend a couple, tens of thousands of dollars running Facebook ads, or I could spend a couple $100 running this Facebook ad that has some things that people will definitely misconstrue as racist, and then Facebook will be forced to take it down, and then we could push a bunch of articles about Facebook censoring the Trump campaign.
yeah, it's all a game.
And then everybody pretended that they were fucking stupid, and they shared the articles with the ad in the fucking articles anyway. And that got seen by way more people than it would have on Facebook.
absolutely 100%.
And even
they're
if
trying to cancel Joe Rogan like right now, like while we're recording the podcast. 'Cause he said-
wait, hold the
what?
fuck up. Why?
Well, he
why-
said face masks are for bitches, and he was saying that the left's ignoring Biden's cognitive decline.
Okay.
He did a show with Brett Weinstein
Yeah.
like yesterday too. That's not a guest you can talk to because he wants to tell you that numbers exist.
Can you tell me
And
who
that's
Brett
fact for
Weinstein
fact.
is? I don't know
He's
who
an
that is.
evolutionary biologist.
Yeah, his
I'll give you one thing he said on the show with Joe the other day that's going to get him in trouble. He told Joe, and Joe didn't interrupt him or anything. Joe just kind of like looked at him and nodded. He told Joe that trans people don't exist. That like thinking you're a woman does not make you a woman. Stuff like that, which is not okay with the liberal crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's this thing called science that kind of, takes a heavy hit on everybody's dreams, not just a particular group. It takes a hit on everybody's dreams, and
Yeah, but that
everybody
doesn't mean anything.
Like, it's fucking stupid. This whole world has just gone to absolute fucking shit because you're literally waking up in the fucking morning, right? And you're saying, wow, I feel kind of this way. Everybody must agree with me or I'm going to fucking murder you. That's literally how everybody wakes up in the fucking morning. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Just to play devil's
There's-
advocate a little bit. Like, if somebody is a male and they want to identify as a female, like, how does that hurt you?
Nobody
That
gives,
doesn't.
Yeah,
Nobody
gives a
cares.
fuck.
Okay,
But that's that's never the conversation.
Okay,
the
well,
conversation,
conversation
seems to
is-
always be
the
you
con-
can't tell me what to call you.
Yeah,
Like,
the conversation is basically you being what you want to be and nobody giving a fuck, but you have to be flamboyant as shit about it and rub it in everybody's
Nobody
face.
even cares
and,
about that.
And literally thrusting it down every single person's throat that you come in contact with. And that's pretty much what it
Well,
comes down to.
No,
Okay,
I
wait,
think
wait, wait.
no. I think the argument really is that like I have to like if I decide tomorrow that I'm a woman, you have to call me one,
Well,
even
okay.
if you don't agree with
All right,
it.
so again, back to devil's advocate. If you go into a situation and you meet somebody and you call and you go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" and they're like, "I'm not a dude. I'm a female." Like, are you gonna argue with them, or are you just gonna
Personally, I don't have time to fucking argue with them. Whatever you want to be is what you want to be.
Okay, so
but there's people that
If John
don't have my particular set of like chill. You know, like not everybody is like very, very easygoing like I am. If you want to be a fucking dog, whatever. Rachel Dolezal, you could be black. I don't give a shit. You might have to answer to some black people.
Okay, yeah, okay, so that's more along the lines of my point. Like,
Also, if you want to,
They might have a problem with that.
You know, honestly, if John,
that's what I'm asking. Do you have a problem with somebody that wants to be referred to as a certain pronoun? If they say, "Hey, I want to be called a woman," like, are you gonna sit there and be like, "No, you're obviously a guy"?
no, nobody cares.
Okay, that's all. That's all.
That's
I
what
want to
every-
say.
that's what
I'm
every-
not going to sit there and let them force other people who have like religious beliefs that will prevent them from having from like going along with that tide. That's not right.
Yeah,
you
but
can't
has
force people to do that.
But has anybody learned of the medication called minding your own fucking business? If somebody wants to fucking act a certain way, just shut the fuck up about it. If
We don't do that anymore.
No.
You don't seem to
Hear me out.
understand the
Hear me out.
premise, though.
Hear me out. Literally. If you act a certain way and you want to, portray yourself as a certain way, that's completely fucking fine. I don't give a fuck about it. But if you're gonna thrust that down somebody's fucking throat who doesn't believe it, and then as soon as they respond, they're a fucking bigot, that's fucking
Right.
stupid. That is absolutely fucking benign and stupid and fucked up. Because if you felt a certain way about somebody else, you'd be go falling full force about how you don't agree with that shit, just like somebody wouldn't agree with you. And that's the whole fucking hypocrisy of fucking society.
It's
man.
everybody's entitled. Listen, everybody on both sides of the aisle feels entitled to controlling what other people do. There's people on the right that want to make it illegal for people to like transition from male to female. They want to legislate like whether or not you could change your fucking birth certificate and shit like that. So, and then there's people on the left that want to legislate on how you talk. But Riley, you were saying you were going to say something?
No, you summed it up pretty well. The whole thing comes down to compromise. One side has to take the L, or both sides have to take part of an L, and neither side wants to do that. So it'll be a war. I don't know. Talking about it's always silly because I'm like, in 6 years we'll all be fighting in a war or not. So.
This whole conversation is fucking stupid. First off, because if you feel a certain type of way, by all means, fucking go for it. If somebody else feels a certain type of way, by all means, go for it. You should never expect anybody on this fucking planet to agree with what you're fucking doing. Nobody does. No matter your situation, your fucking race, what you identify as, somebody is going to sit there and not fucking agree the same way you would. All right?
Yeah.
So somebody fucking identifying as a fucking mint chocolate chip fucking shake should not accept me to fucking sip on that shit just because they identify as it. All right?
That's true.
That's fucking stupid.
I believe that if you don't want to act and dress and look exactly like me, that you should be rounded up and put into a camp and then systematically murdered.
Or you should be healthy if we're going by that standard.
No.
I just think everybody needs to stop doing drugs and stop blaming drug problems on racism.
No, you should shut the fuck up right now.
Everybody needs to start doing as many drugs as you can constantly.
Thank you for correcting yourself, or else I was going to call you racist.
That's what we were looking for.
No. Why would you call him? Yeah, everybody needs to do as many drugs as possible.
Yeah, do drugs. Sorry, did I say stop doing drugs?
yeah,
I
you
meant
said
sorry,
you said
sorry.
stop doing drugs.
I meant start.
and-
Start doing
Okay,
drugs.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stop stopping.
We already had this on the
Everyone
last
needs to do
podcast.
drugs.
Fucking 51% are prescribed drugs and 49% should be prescribed drugs. That's what we're.
Well, and
that's where I am.
99% of people do drugs, but most of them pretend that they're not.
Yeah.
Fucking
and
your
no-
Aunt Jemima is a drug.
No, the whole
And
thing is
fuck
Yeah,
the
high
whole thing.
fructose corn syrup making your white fat ass.
Right, like I don't
even
lie about
fucking
it.
fatter.
Like, yeah, I'm smoking weed. I'm taking this pill, or I'll pop this tab of drug.
I will do
I'm not
literally
pretending I'm
whatever
not.
anybody hands me.
Well, like
Same,
you
same,
said,
John.
99% of people do drugs. The 1% of people that don't do drugs, they only don't do drugs
Well, they're
because
not
they
18 yet.
because
They're
no,
babies.
because they already did too much and
They already did too
and,
many.
and
They're
were
done now.
convinced that they had to stop doing drugs. That like 100%
You
of people
couldn't find me
are
one
addicted
person
to
who doesn't
drugs.
do drugs. Yeah.
And
I
just
could
so you know, all
I
babies
could
are
definitely
addicted to
find you
drugs.
one person who doesn't do drugs, and it's Chris D'Elia, and apparently he's a molester. So
Well, there's no. He's done drug. Like, what do you mean? Caffeine's a drug. Sugar's a drug. You've done
Wait,
drugs.
that was my point on the last podcast. Everyone.
right.
that-
Everyone has done drugs.
Any
and if you
foreign
say
substance-
otherwise, you're moralizing
That was
homosexual.
Ricky's way of moving on to the next topic that that we want to cover, which is
Chris fucking D'Elia. All right, here we
D'Elia.
go.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
don't
Chris
give I don't give
D'Elia.
a fuck what you say. You say I don't know who you are. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Chris
D'Elia.
D'Elia.
Chris D'Elia. The kid's fucking canceled, dog. This fucking wannabe fucking Dane Cook motherfucker literally preaches. I've never drank alcohol. I've never done drugs. All right, the guy looks like he's fucking cracked out on meth every time he has a fucking stand up fucking
That's
shit.
the adrenochrome
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he gets from his Hollywood friends.
I mistook that entire conversation
soy.
for being a total cunt. Okay? First off, you literally brag about being this holy motherfucker who's never drank in a fucking sip of alcohol, who's never done drugs, but you fuck kids and groom them like
What do
Jesse
you mean,
Lacey
fuck
from
kids?
Brandon.
What
Is
does
there any?
grooming
Do you
mean?
do you have any proof that he did that?
No,
let's talk about
no,
what
no,
you're saying,
No,
though.
he's never fucked kids. I'm not even gonna lie. But
Like, it looks like he got rejected
You
by
don't
a
know that. You don't know
17-year-old
that.
after waiting a year. I read the fucking text messages.
Yeah,
he waited a
there's-
year until she was 18 after she said she was 17, and then she rejected him anyway. Fucking cancel everybody who didn't fuck an 18-year-old.
Yeah, everybody
I'm
needs
stopping
to.
talking right now.
Everybody needs to fuck 18-year-olds.
I hate Chris D'Elia because he's not a good. Chris D'Elia is
He's
not.
yeah,
a-
he's not
he's
funny.
not funny.
That-
He's not
He's not
even
funny.
close to funny.
His
I don't even know.
podcast is an absurd slap in the face to any kind of entertainment.
And
he
also
gets paid a lot of money
and-
for it.
And
Oh, so
also
is this
he's
one.
Canadian. So
Well, there's some Canadians. Ryan Long. Everybody check out the Boys Cast. Ryan Long is your Canadian.
the Ryan
Yeah,
Long
Crystal-
sounds like he's very short.
Isn't he a kicker on the Tennessee Titans?
Ryan Long.
There is a Ryan Long.
There
on
is
the
a Ryan
Tennessee
Long in the
Titans.
Tennessee.
I don't think it's
Titans.
this Ryan Long.
Oh,
They're
I think-
slightly different. One's a Canadian comedian. One's
lost
football
several
player.
playoff.
The
games.
Ryan, not long.
Well, yeah. No, he's a fine Canadian comedian, but the ones who get famous, a lot of people are kind of connecting Chris to Joe Rogan right now, too. To try to get Joe Rogan canceled.
Yeah, and Brendan Schaub, and they'll use
Yeah,
Chris D'Elia as a meat shield.
You know what's mad funny? It's like Joe Rogan always has overcome fucking getting canceled by everybody. He literally interviews everybody with honesty and fucking respect.
Ron,
The
can
minute
you bump
somebody
up your
doesn't
headphones?
disagree with what Joe Rogan
headphones
is, not even Joe Rogan, his guest is fucking saying, they try to cancel Joe Rogan. It's been happening for
Right.
what, fucking 12 years now?
For sure. And he'll probably be a lot safer behind that new Spotify contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's called $100 million. Have you ever fucking thought about making that money? Go fuck
I mean,
yourself.
watching
Like-
Brett Weinstein start to kind of counter red pill him on why everything happening right now goes back to college protests in 2017 and 2016, and how Brett Weinstein was one of the guys who was like, no, I called it, and you guys were like, they're just teenagers talking. And it's like, no, I told you this was going to be the destabilization of our
Yeah,
economy.
you remember that time in school when they said, we were the voice of their future, and
Yeah.
now all of our peers who are stupid are the most talkative motherfuckers on the face of the planet. Yeah, it's happening now. Yeah,
Yeah, and they get to control policy.
they
and
have
change-
a free fucking amplified voice that just makes me want to punt a toddler into oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm happy as long as everybody's yelling. That's what.
Anarchy.
I do like the
chaos.
chaos.
I do, yeah. I flip flop a lot on this. I'm not very consistent because I wake up in the morning and I haven't I wake up with I'm really upset.
Wait, you
that
wake up happy?
No,
What?
no. I don't wake up. What I'm saying is,
Okay, just making sure.
I wake up in the morning and I immediately look at what's going on Twitter and Facebook and whatever new riot footage is out because I needed to get off in the morning. And then but then there's that shame that happens afterwards oh man, the world is going to be really fucked up for a long time. And then by about noon I'm like, yeah, look at how much people are yelling at each other. This is awesome.
Everybody's so mad over the most benign, stupid fucking bullshit on the face of the fucking planet. And it's so funny how people literally just sit there and just argue with each other over fucking nothing. Like you're literally just sitting there just fucking complaining about your fucking life to somebody else who disagrees with you, and
Yeah,
then
what's wrong with that?
And then you have a fucking reason that your life sucks. It's like you have that purpose.
No,
and
I don't know if that's true. I think
no, that's a fact, bro. That's a fucking
no.
fact.
I think right now what people are talking about is like a problem with race in this country that could be easily solved by legalizing every single drug and prostitution. You want cops to stop fucking beating on people. Give them less.
Are you saying that racism is based on drug use there, John?
No, what I'm saying is if the problem is race-based police brutality, what you do is you make it so the cops have less to do. You turn them into meter maids. That's it. That's all you got to do. You make
That's
it
what
so
they're supposed to be unless somebody's getting fucking murdered.
yeah, but
That's
they're
supposed
not.
to be the case.
They're
No,
not.
they're collection agencies for the fucking local governments that they fucking.
Well, that's what
yeah.
they're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be making money for your local fucking government. And that's why anybody who is on the cops' side that fucking murdered that guy is a fucking boot-licking fucking
Well,
loser.
nobody's on the cop's side.
No,
that murdered
yeah,
him.
nobody is.
Like
Nobody
there is not even the racist.
Yeah,
like,
but
no,
yeah,
that was
but
justified.
protecting the police, really?
Well, what do you mean by the police?
Like all the police. They're only
All
out-
of the police.
all of the police are only out to fuck you. That's a big fact.
And you know what? I agree to a certain point.
They're only out to fucking add to your taxes. That's it.
They just don't need $9 billion in funding to buy military gear.
Well, here's my thing.
Yeah, that money
Okay.
needs to go to training.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think that the-
I could beat up a cop. Any cop I've met in the last 5 years, I could beat up with my hands.
Dude,
like-
when
like
I
have
went to New
guns.
York City, there was this cop who was about 4 feet tall and he was about 600 pounds.
It was me.
Right, that's absurd.
Here's my thing. I don't think that
If you
the
can't
police.
chase me, of course you have to shoot.
I don't think the
Hell
police
yeah.
should be defunded, but I think that we should allocate the money somewhere else besides tear gas and
Oh, defunding
riot
is
gear.
hilarious.
Yeah, defunding is.
No,
the-
I,
is
no, I'm
the
not
prop-
saying defund. I'm
I think
saying
it's a retarded
reallocate.
hashtag that got
Listen,
people
It's been blown
always
out of control.
everybody
You guys
wants
don't understand how funny it'll be when the police are gone. I'm sorry.
I don't want the police to
it's
be
gonna
gone.
be very
First
funny.
off,
I
thank you.
agree.
all right, okay. Listen,
Yes.
listen up. Defunding the police, it isn't even about just completely abolishing the police. Those are two different
it
totally.
is.
No, it's
No, they're
not.
No, but
They're disingenuously
not.
representing
Absolutely
a
not.
hashtag of defunding so that people like you defend it.
No, they're
because you think-
misusing.
No, no,
they're
no, 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 no,
misusing-
no.
Hold on,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on,
no, no,
hold
no.
on. One at a time. What's your point, Ricky?
Listen, defunding the police has been happening for fucking generations of fucking officers. Defunding the police.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it fucking has. You could do the fucking research right now. Defunding
Okay.
the police is basically taking less money from the fucking cops and putting into social services based
well,
on
are
the
you
budget
looking at
of
what
your
those
fucking
numbers are
state.
doing?
Well,
no. Like, are
especially-
you actually looking at what's going on, like with where the numbers are going?
Well, in New York,
Eric
in New York,
Garcetti cut 1.25 million off the budget, but he raised the budget by like 1 million last year. So he
Wait, where
lost
is this?
0.5. Like it doesn't matter. Like he lost 0.25 million off the police budget in LA. Like
Yeah,
he's
it
it's a
doesn't
bit.
mean people are gonna fucking do good with the fucking money. We're talking about politicians, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
and
no,
No,
the
of
whole-
course it doesn't. What I'm
Wait, wait.
saying is Eric Garcetti defunded the police already during this Black Lives Matter thing, and now they are slightly less funded than they were last year.
Well, you're also talking about
Like-
it. You're also talking about
Next year they'll have twice the funding.
You're also
and
talking
nobody
about
will care.
You're talking about
Yeah, nobody
California.
will give a fuck because they're literally just misappropriating fucking funds that we pay for.
What do you mean I'm talking about California? They're the people who pretend to care about.
no, we're
California is why you have to deal with
No,
this
but
shit.
but you're talking about defunding the police in California. But in California, I mean, they're the ones who created militarized police. I mean, they're
Yes.
literally the ones that created SWAT.
it's talking-
So
Yeah, you're not arguing with me. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, no,
but
yeah,
SWAT and
nobody,
police are
nobody's
different.
You're
nobody's
ta-
arguing.
Whoa,
but
whoa, whoa.
people have a
If you defund the well, you
pe-
can abolish police, dude. SWAT are not police.
No, that's
No, no, I'm
that's
not-
not what we're talking about.
You would have your government hit squad still to take
I'm
down drug
talking-
dealers.
Listen. First off, I said defund the police. Defunding,
Right.
by definition, is just taking less funds for that particular fucking item and putting it into somewhere else. If that
No, I
shit-
get what you think it literally means, but in the cultural zeitgeist, it's not being used
yeah,
that
the
way.
cultural
so-
zeitgeist by a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know what
Right,
the fuck
but
they're
they're
talking
making
about.
the
Yeah,
decision,
they're-
so
they're-
your opinion on it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
so what Riley is saying is that they're telling everybody what we want to do is we just want to take a little bit of money away from the police and put it somewhere else. And what they
Which is
really,
reasonable.
Yeah,
which is reasonable, and everybody agrees with.
Yeah, but you have to realize
Hold
that
on, wait, Ricky. Let me just finish this point. What they really mean is get rid of the police.
Yeah, but that's the funny part. All the politicians are talking about defunding the police, and they're getting the best of both parties because you have the Republicans on this side saying that, oh, they're going to fucking abolish the police. And then you have the Democrats on this side saying, oh, they're going to abolish the police. And it's one sad, one fucking happy, and they get what they want, a divided fucking country. They're doing it with minimal fucking effort. That's what I'm saying. Defunding the police has literally taken no fucking effort. It makes no fucking change, and literally everybody's taking it far left and far right and far fucking bullshit. Meanwhile, the only people getting fucked are the people that are not in fucking politics. They're basically taking that money and putting it into their own fucking politics. Are you fucking
Their
kidding
own
me?
pockets.
They're never gonna fucking fund, psychologists
And
and
you know who's
social
gonna-
workers and
Well, you
anything else
shouldn't
like that.
either. That's where the communism came from.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Psychologists, social workers, teachers, you should not fund them either. That is where this thought process
no
came
shit.
from.
Hold on, I'll be
Like,
right back.
Like it's not.
What all I'm saying is that I think the smartest move is we don't defund the police. We don't take money away from the department, but we reallocate it to something else. Okay,
And that's what they're saying they're doing, and it's not happening.
No, I understand that. I understand that what they're saying is not what's going on. My point.
that would be
is-
the difference. That's
but
it.
My,
That would be the
but
only
my
difference.
point is the smart move is instead of defunding the police, we allocate the money to something else. We don't think that cops are trained well enough because guess what? Every
I
single
could become a cop tomorrow, and nobody has fucking.
Well, not
known my
tomorrow,
history.
but like the point is
okay.
there. It's
yeah,
very,
but
it's
you're,
very
you're
fast.
okay. So your training is 6 months. All right. I don't think 6 months is a long enough time to teach someone how to handle a situation that isn't going well. So what you should do is allocate the money towards training and teach these cops that instead of the first thing you do is pull out your gun and fucking shoot someone when it's
Yeah.
not going your way is you put the training into a 4-year let's say 2-year plan. Even 2-year plan. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
maybe have a degree for it.
a couple of fundamental just training courses. Oh, hey, this
No.
guy's resisting.
Here-
Instead of pulling out my
here's
gun
the
and
thing.
shooting him in
No,
the
no,
back.
No. Listen to me. Listen. There's no
Okay.
fucking way possible that we should have more rules of engagement over fucking seas dealing with people who are actually trying to murder us
That's
than
my point.
rules engagement of fucking citizens
Yeah.
of this fucking country.
No,
That's fucking stupid. It's
here's-
literally it's
Here's
crazy.
the solution: less laws. If
Yes,
no
that's
shit.
the actual answer.
That's
the-
the actual
it's-
answer. Nobody disagrees
Dick
with that.
said Dick on the Dick show last week, he talked about it being a systems problem, like that all of this is systematic systemic racism. It does exist. It's documented. If you look at the amount of people that are in jail and segment them by race, it's vast. The vast majority of them are black,
Yeah, no shit.
and they only make up 13% of the population. The problem is that their where they live is over-policed, and there's too many laws that affect them, and they're moral laws. These are laws that are legislating morality. The problem, if you get rid of, when you're coding something, you don't fucking add more code to fix a problem. You rewrite. You
reduce.
you reduce. So you're adding systems on top of systems, and they're just going to muddy the fucking waters. So what we should be doing is taking away the laws that are affecting people that don't affect other people. Really, there's only essentially need for one fucking law, and it's don't use you're not allowed to use force against any other person or their property. That's it. That's literally the only
That's
fucking
pretty
law that
good.
you need.
That literally goes along
It covers
with fucking
everything.
The fucking American Revolution. But you have to realize that privatized fucking prisons literally buy people.
But no, white women don't want me doing fucking blow. That's what it comes down to.
I fucking listen. White women are below, and white women should be canceled more than anybody. But based on the facts,
It's not just white women. It's old people in general. that don't want us to enjoy
It's
our
white women.
lives.
No,
Sam-
no. Old people.
Yo, let me-
old people are.
I know
cool.
plenty of white women that do cocaine. All right, all right. You guys are wrong.
Yeah, that's why it's called
Right.
White Girl, Ron.
Right.
I have a funny anecdote about police training too.
Okay.
I've got I'm not gonna say his name, but I've got like a bunch
What do
of
you mean?
friends.
It's
and this
easy
guy.
like your mom?
No, this dude's a
damn.
This guy's a personal trainer in Chicago, and when he was training cops, and I'm just gonna read the DM. He said the low requirements for physical activity is why there's so many fat fucking cops. The Chicago Police Department test is a sit and reach test, so you can pick up your gun if you
No
accidentally
fucking
drop
way,
it.
really?
Bench press half your weight in case you fall and have to get yourself somewhat off the ground, and run a mile and a half in under 15 minutes.
Under
So
15
you can
minutes,
run
I
at the
walked a
semblance of
mile in 15
Yeah,
minutes.
so you
in
can
high
run
school.
at the semblance of a pace of a normal being. Like that's the qualification to be a cop.
That
in
is
Chicago.
just absolutely.
And you have to have
fucking
2 eyes. That's it.
Well,
That's-
you have to have 80% accuracy with your gun, which is a
So-
B.
That's
So
yeah.
you mean this
You're telling
hefty,
me that you get to
hefty,
kill with the
heavy
B?
breathing, fucking waste of a fucking life cannot do any fucking cardio.
You know
and
what?
literally could just sit there and just pick up his fat, sweaty, musty, disgusting fucking arms.
As
Fucking
long as you
pull
can
up,
roll around.
pull up a gun and fucking murder somebody. As
As
long
long-
as they can
yeah.
roll around like a fucking pig.
You know why they don't have to be in shape? Because they don't have to chase anyone. All they have to do is pull out their gun and shoot them. That's why they don't have to be in
Yes,
shape.
absolutely.
Okay, there you go. That's
Okay.
that's the
All right.
bottom line.
Ron, thank
That's
you
why
for that.
women.
Thank you
and
for
out-of-shape
pulling back to the
people-
reality of the
I'm just
situation.
saying, you don't
Yeah.
have to be in shape. All you have to do is be able to pull out your gun and shoot someone when they do something wrong. If I
Right,
par-
and it's like
if I jaywalk,
obviously.
like the cop could just shoot me. Like
Why do they call
Well,
it jaywalk, Ron?
that's
I have
That's
no
where
idea.
the systemic thing comes from, right? Like, obviously, the goal is not to just have cops shoot all the time. But when you start allowing a bunch of fat cops or small women to do it, then they have to start shooting all the time.
yeah.
So
we
that's
need-
where, like, the systemic part comes in. The system of policing has caused people to get shot more.
Yeah,
Like, it's not police intent.
And it's
Nobody's
really
like,
not
oh,
that
yeah,
many
today I want to kill
people.
somebody.
It's
It's
enough.
like a few hundred people
It's
every
enough.
year.
Right.
enough.
It's
Yeah,
too
but
many
still, it
people,
doesn't matter.
but-
Every time I get pulled over for fucking speeding, fucking 10 miles over the fucking speed limit, and
Everyone
someone
speeds.
and I get fucking fucked for it. It's fucking bullshit. How fucking safe are you keeping the public by issuing me a fucking inspection ticket? Not really. None.
You're
Like,
not.
none.
But
none.
there's.
Like none. No.
You're right.
arguing.
I
There's
don't
no
think I
argument.
agree
There's
with
no
you
argument.
on that.
No, there's none.
But that's why I'm saying,
it's
like,
all-
we got to get rid of a
It's
lot of
all-
laws.
It's
and
all
people
about
don't
the
ever
fucking money,
agree.
baby.
Guys,
Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting very passionate about this fucking
Yeah.
inspection ticket.
Yeah.
oh, you're
got-
getting really passionate about your ticket. I'm about to lose my license.
All
all right.
Yeah, I know.
That's
And-
right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
It's not even
compare.
that big.
I'm gonna compare.
Yeah,
Why do you
yeah,
give
it's
a
called,
shit if you have a license? Stop
Yeah,
getting
I don't
pulled
give a
over.
shit.
Like, okay, my
my entire
thing
job-
with it is I break laws constantly because they don't matter. Laws don't matter.
Laws only matter
Um,
if you get caught. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hurting other people is a moral bad thing. Me smoking weed in Idaho where it's illegal is not, you know? Like, that's why there shouldn't be those laws.
there should be no
No, but just
laws
break-
unless you're
just-
murdering somebody.
Yeah.
Every
or
time somebody's
causing
like, oh,
physical
could I
bodily
do this? It's like, well, who's going to stop you? Like, who are you going to let stop you from driving without a license?
You ever think that a fucking desperado was fucking, raping and pillaging somebody and fucking the cop said, oh, well,
I'll tell you who's gonna stop me from driving my company when they tell me I can't drive a van without a legit license.
Why are you a wage slave? Like, work for yourself and drive for yourself.
Oh my God! Get this guy out of here.
I hate him already.
Right.
No, right? I'm kidding. I love you.
No, that Riley has a very different way of thinking than most people. Riley he built a company from the ground up. He runs a production company. He books tours for musicians. Not
When
everybody.
coronavirus-
Yeah, until
well, what I did was I dropped out of high school because I had to work an extra job to have my own house when I was 16. Like, I had my own place with 2 roommates when I was 16, really expensive area I lived in. And I slowly spent less time learning like dumb shit I don't need to know and more time just working for myself and deciding what I want. Then I started touring the country homeless and poor. and just like couch hopping, and that gave me the social experience to start doing other stuff. But I mean, there's always a way out. People who say like, "Oh, I want to go on vacation, but I can't travel." It's like, well, you could. You're choosing something else to be your priority. Same with any job, though. Same with like, well, I have to work this job. It's like, well, that if that's your priority, then yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get, it is somebody's priority, right?
Like there's
I was fortunate to fail really young. Like I had a bad family life. So with my family and I like splitting up at 16 after years of tumultuous foster care issues in different states, I just went off on my own. And like I'm lucky I hit rock bottom, because that's the thing that stops most people from trying, is they don't want to, lose everything.
So Riley, what's your favorite like story that you have about like getting fucked up and
Oh man. Okay.
partying
I
and
mean,
shit.
obviously the best story I have about being high was I was in Connecticut one winter. It was back in 2018, I think, early 2018, like January. So it's still snowing there. And it was really bad snowing. And I ended up spending like 5 days or something like that with an ounce of weed, a bong, a bottle of wine, and inside of a van with one of my friends. We got stuck in a snowdrift. And then the blizzard, like we ended up in this van, like in the middle of nowhere for 4 or 5 days. Just smoking
4 or
weed
5
to stay
days?
warm. Just smoking weed and drink. Like the wine was gone pretty
were you
quick.
guys
and then
eating?
We just smoked.
Was there food?
Oh, nothing.
You just
Like
starving?
nothing. Luckily, we were both pretty fat. Like, luckily.
Oh, you could survive
I
off
mean,
of
but
your
yes, we
store
were
cells.
effectively starving ourselves. Yeah, it was wild. It's one of those things where we were near homeless. Like, the friend I was with, we could have gone to their like parents if we were absolutely desperate enough to call them to come get us off the side of the road. But we were like just stubborn enough that we waited until we had other options. So, but yeah, we were in the snow for 4 or 5 days, and we had to have a friend come down from New York to help us out, to fix the tire and get us back out of the snow. And but like, yeah, the bit was just, it was terrible weather, and we were just sitting there. Like no cops ever came by the van.
that's
No.
crazy.
That was interesting.
That
Yeah,
nobody
right.
ever
They-
nobody
wait.
ever was like, hey, I wonder who's dead in this van.
Wait, what?
No, it's
state,
just- yeah,
what
we were
state
just
was
there.
this? What state was this?
we were in Connecticut. We were
Ah.
outside
Oh,
between.
so it's busy enough where like
Right,
someone
it's
probably
yeah.
should have checked on your
Yeah.
your crashed van. Like,
Yes.
Like it wasn't like you were in Idaho where like the only thing that you could see for miles is just fucking potato farms. Like-
No, exactly. Although we've done that. Me and my roommate Bird spent all night in a canyon last year. He's stuck here in Idaho. We were driving down to Nevada to get a buddy and take him back up through Idaho, and we went through this canyon. And while driving through the canyon, the rest of them were asleep. It was just me driving while 3 people were in the car. And a rock falls off the side of the rockway or whatever. The net's not there, so it falls into the road. And I've got to make the decision to drive towards a reservoir or towards the rock wall or just let the car hit the rock. So that took out 2 tires, and we slid to a stop and just waited for hours. We had to walk like a mile to get service, and the tow company told us to find a cross street.
a
It was
cross
just
street
so
on a
absurd.
highway in the middle of a canyon.
Right, yeah, I was like, I'm at the corner of I'm and fucked. Just send someone to just drive down the road. It's not that hard. That was a horrible night. Yeah, that was like 8 hours in the canyon in the middle of Idaho.
Yeah. No, that sounds pretty terrible. I mean,
That's
I probably would
so
have
I
got out
watched
of my
I watched
car
the
and
guy
started
get
walking.
stabbed to death.
Day 2.
I was-
Wait, what? What?
I was
Wait,
pretty high then too. I was at a bus stop in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was heading towards Connecticut. So this was like probably 3 months before that Connecticut story. And a dude was walking around the bus station asking for, just a big burly black guy asking for cash. I gave him $5 because I like rap music a lot, and I didn't know maybe he was a rapper. So he walks around. He turns out it was a great idea. I'm so glad I like black people. He walks over to some other people and starts like bugging this other black dude who they get into a verbal argument, and then he shoves the guy who was asking for money. And then the next thing I know, there's like cops and dogs and everywhere. Like everybody's in motion. There's a puddle of blood on the ground, and the guy's just like kind of like being stabbed. It's hard to describe like when you see something like that because I know I saw it, but I can't remember. Like I was looking at it happening, and some of the details are still like fuzzy. But it's just like blood going everywhere in real life is such a weird fucking thing to see because it doesn't move like you're expecting it to move. As
it
a
does in
liquid, as a
movies.
fluid, right? Like it doesn't move like you think blood. The fluid moves,
It's just
and
like-
it's the fluid you don't get to see a lot.
It's just like
So-
it's just
What
like
do you mean,
clumpy?
as opposed to cum, which you're used to seeing?
Right. It's closer to queso than water. Like
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I can.
That I
believe
never would have guessed.
I can. No, I
No,
can
it's-
actually see that. I can see that.
like there's substance to it, you know? Like the puddle of blood on the ground is thick. Like it's
yeah.
like,
Okay. Yeah.
like it's like it's like salsa. Like it's
It's like
it was just
salsa?
weird.
I don't think so.
Yeah, like I was always like, oh, it's Kool-Aid. Like no, it's salsa. Like it's there is some substance to blood as it pools, and it was just interesting. I was high out of my mind for that, and like really scared after that. I was like, oh fuck. So that was a really paranoid bus ride, just because I was like, oh, that can happen.
Hey, Riley,
is
not
something
to
that
cut you off,
happens.
but does everyone want to take a quick break? Do we want to take
Yeah,
a
we'll
quick
take
break?
a quick break from it, and
Yeah.
we'll come back to it.
yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get out of here, you can. I know that.
See, what time is it? Oh, the kill stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, let's
Yeah,
let's take a quick break.
Yeah, I'll pop out. It was great coming on, but I'll come on.
No,
again
thanks.
soon.
We
Hey,
really
thanks for coming on,
appreciate
brother.
it.
I
We really
appreciate
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Can you tell us where to find you?
Yeah, ascpresents.com, youtube.com/ascpresents, and on Twitter, twitter.com/see you next time. The see and then you next time.
Yeah, we get it. It's con.
See you next time.
All right. Later,
It's-
man.
thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll be right back.
rye whiskey, I always ask for it. You're like rye whiskey, you make me sick. You're like rye whiskey, I always ask for it. You're like rye whiskey, you make me sick. You're like rye whiskey, I always ask for it. You're like rye whiskey, make me sick. You're like rye whiskey, I always ask for it, and it's sick. If you call on me, I won't answer with an empty ring. Not with verbal monotony. Well, I don't know how to do it right, but I haven't lost my edge. No, I haven't lost it yet. I don't care what I deserve. I don't look down to solve my problems. I wasn't drunk, just overwhelmed. Sometimes it's hard to tell, with every muscle sore, driven horse and wanting more. Constant contact leaves me weak. I scream too much to speak. With just my living room to lend, place to share with all new friends. If we can try to keep out of mind the guarantees once secure from a nostalgic yesteryear. And for a moment, well, we can all look past all these constrained identities, all these constructed identities. I wasn't drunk, just overwhelmed. Sometimes it's hard to tell, with every muscle sore, drunken horse and wanting more. Lost contact leaves me weak. I scream too much to speak. With just my living room to lend, place to share with all new friends. Well, I'll never be the man I thought I would be, and you'll never see me try to be again. There's a sweet caress from the nothingness that is accepting you and becoming your own friend. The sad truth is that people are things you can never know, and these promises can't be conveyed with pretty words and notes. Well, I'm here, and I'm hoping you won't go. Well, I'm here, and I'm hoping you won't go.
On chalk.
Oh, we're back.
All right, here we go.
All right. Took a quick break. Collected ourselves, and we're ready to go.
I'm slightly more suicidal than Ron is, so that's a change. That's a change for the better.
That's
because,
an argument.
yeah.
That's an
So
argument in itself.
Last week we said that the episode was going to be about stories about getting fucked up. Ron, you said that you had a story that you wanted to tell.
Yeah. Okay. So
I know that I'm pretty sure I know what story you're going to tell, and I know that I was there.
well, actually, you're the main character of the story, and it comes back to something that we were talking about earlier with his
what is that talking about? What are we talking about?
his
My charming personality and shining disposition.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
you were
no.
just
We're,
completely appropriate. The ultimate amount of
no,
times.
we're gonna go back to his
My rape shitting your pants bit.
Yes,
Okay.
his comparing getting shitting your pants to getting raped.
Yeah.
So we went out one night for his sis's birthday.
Yeah, it was for Kaylin's birthday.
And he thought it would be a great idea to round up a bunch of people in the back of the bar.
that I didn't know. I had no idea who these people were.
I didn't know any of them. He never knew any of them. And he got like 10 people into this huge...
I hadn't even finished my first drink.
You started a cult off of one drink.
He literally got this a group of people together in this big circle, and like it looked like John was about to preach. But let me tell you, it wasn't preaching. What happened what happened was John decided to tell his little bit about the rape compared to shitting your pants, and all these people were on board. Okay,
That's fucked up because we're fucking live and I didn't agree.
yeah. I was standing there embarrassed basically, and then all these people were like, "Yeah, no, you're right," and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here?" Like, so I went and I sat down, and some girl came up and started talking to me, and then
That's all you ever wanted anyway.
yeah, pretty much. And then literally turns around and sees John and was like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" And John was like, No, I don't talk to dogs.
That's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
That's
I was there.
what happened was.
Did you start barking at
No,
her?
she started talking about fucking pit bulls.
Oh
No,
no, I
no.
hate
She was
that.
one of those
I hate
white
that.
women
I hate
that
those.
love pit bulls and rescues pit bulls, and she wanted to tell me about her like pit bull rescue association, and like I don't have any problems with pit bulls, but I do have a problem with white women who fuck dogs. So
People who love pit bulls are the worst. Yeah. Don't just nervously laugh. Like,
No,
cocksucker.
they are the
agree
worst.
with me because you know.
This
They
is
are
not
the
how
wo-
I remember the story.
Yeah,
But okay.
yeah, but that's exactly what happened. And then she was like, she wanted to tell me more about her pit bull sanctuary,
And then you
I
screamed in
walked
her-
away, and she was like, "Hey, can I?" She was fishing for donations, which pissed me off. Like, I'm here to get drunk, and you're asking for fucking
did you beat-
donations. No, I called her a dog.
Yeah, he goes, "No, I don't talk to dogs."
That's fucking awesome.
And then immediately after that, this guy standing on the other side of the fucking patio with the baldest head I've ever seen, balder than yours.
Oh, balder than
yeah,
my head?
balder than yours. Just goes,
Why is it
"Hey,
always the baldest fucking
hey,
guy?
apologize." And John goes, "I don't apologize to dogs." And immediately, like, I know where this is going because I've been in several fucking situations where John does stuff like this. So I was like, fuck, I'm going inside. But before I can go inside, the guy was like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" And John was like, "Listen, you jelly bean head. I'm not apologizing to that dog." And they started to argue, and like, I don't think they got into a scuffle or anything. But
No, we definitely did.
But I went to walk inside, and our friend Matt was walking out at the same time, and Matt saw my face and was like, "What did John do?" And I was like, "I don't have enough time."
Nothing.
I was like,
I didn't
"I don't
do
have enough
anything."
time to tell you. I'm kind of drunk. I'm going inside." I walk inside. 2 minutes later, John charges in after me. And
I didn't charge.
No, no,
I wasn't
no,
charging.
okay,
I
no, no,
sauntered.
no,
Okay.
whatever.
I was sauntering.
You.
The man behind me.
Okay, I'm sorry. John moseyed in very, very naturally.
I was casual as fuck.
And John was like, "Oh, listen, I might have to leave. I don't really know what's going." And we were like trying
No,
to fit.
I was like, I have to leave. My ride is here. That's what happened. Chris texted me and he was like, "I'm here to pick you up."
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I'm leaving right now." And I walked out the door.
No. You didn't walk out yet.
I said goodbye to a bunch of people.
He said goodbye. He was gonna leave.
I
and
had
then
no idea that the guy was coming in behind me.
He was like, I'm gonna say goodbye, and he leaves.
I didn't realize that everybody else had.
I know.
Everybody with
Can
me
I-
went
can I-
inside.
Can I finish the story?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Give Ron a chance.
So 2 seconds after John walks out the front door, like John just pops out, boom, door closes. 2 seconds later, this fucking jelly bean head motherfucker just comes flying in. Where the fuck is he? He starts tossing chairs. He's fucking tripping over shit. And the bartender was like, "You gotta go." And John's sister was like, "Yeah, he's starting problems. Get rid of him." And I'm just standing
Wait,
there like,
John's sister fucking kicked you?
No, not me.
no.
I was
Oh,
already
okay.
gone.
no,
All
he
right.
he
I
left.
left willingly.
Yeah, he left. And the guy fucking storms in looking for John, throwing chairs, stumbling down.
I was
like,
on my way to go make babies.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Did you actually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He
That's how you made your child?
Well,
What child?
off
What are
of-
you talking about?
what?
I don't have a child.
You don't have a child?
I don't
Oh,
have
God.
any children.
Really?
Jesus.
Okay.
Dude storms in, smashes over chairs. Where the fuck is he? John's sister, out of all people, literally goes, "He's trying to start problems. Get rid of him." And the bartender's dragging this fucking guy out, and the guy's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't do anything. You didn't do anything." As he fucking like just gets dragged out of the
Wait,
bar.
so you straight up just ruined this entire guy's life by calling him a jelly bean head.
Yeah, that was what
that
upset
night
him.
at least.
That night.
I ruined his 15
you ruined
minutes.
His 15
He had
minutes.
to
of
go to a
fame.
different bar.
You called him a jelly bean head.
Yeah, I called him a jelly bean head.
Jelly bean head.
Yep.
Imagine getting.
I want to
angry
fight
over
you
that.
right now just for calling another person a jelly bean head.
I thought it was funny.
Oh,
was
he was
pretty fucking
way
hilarious.
bolder.
And everybody fucking laughed. Everybody who was standing around was like, "Oh man, that motherfucker just called him a jelly bean head."
Yo, what's up?
Ow!
That dude just called you a jelly bean head.
You know
What's
that
good?
you know that gif of the black guy falling into the crowd after he like spit some hot fire? I was that black guy. I was like, and I fell into the crowd and everybody picked me up and they brought me inside like Jesus.
Except none of that.
Hey,
happened.
John,
What?
you're a jelly bean head.
Okay.
No, he's got hair.
That's the appropriate response for being called a jelly bean head.
Just be like, no, you're a jelly bean head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as opposed to
Either-
raising a fucking stink about it.
Throwing
and then just
bar
ruining your
stools
entire life about
Throwing
being
bar
called a
stools
jelly
and having you and your friend getting kicked out of a bar is not the appropriate response.
I just
to
remember-
like, one, you're simping. You're fucking trying. You're clearly trying to fuck the pitbull lady. Don't worry, she's satisfied.
Wait, was the pitbull lady attractive? I just need to hear.
Actually, she wasn't like she
was
wasn't
old.
great,
She
but
was
she
old.
wasn't
all
bad.
right,
I like
all right,
them-
I'm not gonna take Ron's word for it. John, was the
What the
pitbull
fuck?
lady
She was
attractive?
like she was like your standard like fucking roasty fucking Long Island
She was a
woman.
barfly. She was
Yeah,
a
like,
barfly.
she
How
was-
old was she?
She was
Probably like mid
not-
40s.
Oh
no, she
yeah,
wasn't.
100%.
Oh yeah, she
She
was.
looked like she
You're
smoked
very
meth.
generous.
all right, all
She
right.
looked like
all
she
right,
smoked
you're
meth.
very
There's a huge
generous,
difference.
All right, so honestly, the fucking the pitbull lady was maybe like a 6, 7 with experience, and
7 is generous. 6 is probably right around where
Yeah,
she
big
was.
facts.
I'd say 4.
all right, John would say 4, but still cause
You
a massive
hate women,
bar crawl
so
by
you don't
saying,
get a vote.
by
What-
saying jelly bean. Fucking-
And this guy was like, I want to fuck the pitbull lady. I'm going to come white knight. Hold on. Let me get
Wait,
my
whoa.
fucking armor on. I'm going to get my armor on. And he was easily dismantled
So-
by being called a jelly bean head one time.
he fell
So-
over like
One
he
time.
fell over
so
a
this
chair.
this all was a fucking
He
cockfest.
threw over a bunch of fucking stools.
He tried.
So he
yeah.
so he got like real mad over
being
you.
called a jelly bean.
He got
head.
big mad. He was
Did he,
big
did he
mad.
Get, did he get mad over being called jelly?
Ha ha.
I mean, if I got called
You're
je-
mad.
if-
She's mad.
Okay, if I got called a jelly bean head when I was drunk, looking the way I do, I might be a little pissed.
I would laugh hysterically.
You would laugh at me.
I would laugh
but
at you. Absolutely.
I would literally just be like, oh, All right, that's cool. like, how do you get absolutely ossified?
Oh,
and
he
mad-
was
and mad at the fact that
furious.
somebody called you a fucking jelly bean
He
head.
was
That's stupid.
furious. Like, Ricky, this guy came
John,
in.
you gotta stop looking up porn on the fucking.
I'm
big
not
screen.
looking up porn.
There's a lot of
this
pink
is something that I
hair,
want to.
It's looking like hentai.
I want to talk about this.
I'm seeing a lot of squid, John. Are you okay? Yeah,
This
the,
is
hev-
something
the
that I
heavy
wanna-
breathing is a little concerning too.
Dude, the guy literally stormed into the bar and like started tossing chairs and flipping out, and then he tripped and fell over one chair, and that's when the bartender was like, "Okay, you gotta go."
You gotta go.
And then-
you're absolutely
And then
in fact,
and then John's
Jelly bean head.
then John's sister was like literally like, yeah, he's trying to start problems. And the guy was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And they were dragging him out he was furious, like a wild boar, just getting dragged out of this fucking place.
you can never trust a jelly bean head. That's what I always say.
It was the most ridiculous thing that
So, do you guys remember Gamer Girl Water?
Gamer Girl Water. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
where,
with,
where she was taking baths and like
That girl,
she
Belle
was-
Delphine.
yeah,
yeah,
she was selling her.
She was selling her bath water.
Yeah, and then sweaty nerds were getting sick over it.
Yeah. Well, no, that never actually.
No.
Well, that might have happened.
Yeah, that might have happened. Someone tried drinking that water because they were a thirsty ass, sweaty ass nerd. and
there
they're
there
like-
was a lot of people who
they're
drank
like-
that
they're
water.
Like, they're like, oh yeah, let me Gamer Girl sweat in this bathtub, and just totally drank it because they're like super horny. But continue.
So she's back, and I
So
wanted.
Gamer Girl's back.
Yeah, the Gamer Girl's back. And I just wanted to
Is
like.
she back in a good way or a bad way?
I'm gonna let everybody else be the judge. Because I thought
Alright.
that her like return video on YouTube was bulletproof, but I'm also like not a good judge of these kinds of things. So I'm gonna wait for Ron to come back, and then we're gonna start this video. Because I really want to watch. I want to. Have you guys seen it? Have you seen this yet, Ricky?
No, I have not seen this. I'm brand new. What's her
It's-
name?
Belle Delphine.
Her name is Bella Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
And
She-
I know that Ron is a big fan. So if you want to.
Well, Ron
Ron-
likes crazy, emotionally disturbed.
Ron, she
people,
does have an OnlyFans, and I'm pretty sure it's like right now it's pretty cheap, and she's
I don't know
making
why-
a ton
Wait,
of
wait,
money.
I don't know what you're
wait,
talking
wait,
about. I
wait.
actually
how
hate
much
her.
How much is her OnlyFans? Can we broadcast her OnlyFans?
Her
Can
only.
we do that without
well,
getting banned?
I think it's her. I mean, like we could look it up.
Just post a picture.
We're gonna listen to a song.
Oh God.
She made a song.
Yeah, she made a very good song.
Ron, we're making a song, bro. Me, you, John, we're making a song. We're actually gonna sing our intro.
We're playing this back to you so you remember that we have to make a song.
Yeah, that's on me.
So this is her OnlyFans.
That OnlyFans like logo is fire though. Belle
Oh, it's $35 per month.
Oh no!
$35.
What?
That's a lot
month?
of money for. I mean, like.
Can you show me a picture?
I'm
of this
I'm
broad
assuming
again?
that we're getting this kind of content right here.
Like literally, there's a phone, there's a camera phone, like literally just covering up her fucking snatch.
Her Instagram is disgusting. Like it's just like.
So I want to. Are you taking phone calls during the post?
I am literally canceling phone calls during the fucking podcast, John.
All right, can you? What's going on over there?
How about you shut your mouth, you oaf? All right.
Well,
All right,
it started off the rails. Well, let's continue with off the rails.
All right,
and hopefully it ends with us ripping rails. Let's continue.
all right. So this is what we're gonna talk about this before we sign off.
Okay.
Uh,
This video may be inappropriate. Click it.
yeah, I wish.
You were thinking I died. Bitch, surprise. I still got them double thick
Holy-
thighs. French
Nah.
fries. I get
I'm
down
already
gobble,
feeling
gobble
like a
up. With my
pedophile.
booty up. She be
How
going
old
wobble,
is she?
wobble.
She's 19. So
Oh,
this
okay,
is
let it rock.
this
Let it
is
rock.
totally
Let's go.
fine.
Keep
Get
going.
rid
Keep
of
going.
this.
Keep going. Keep going.
What-
keep
what
going.
are you
Keep
kidding?
going. Keep
Keep
going.
going.
19. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So I don't like I'm like look right now.
I mean,
obviously we're doing a whole like 6ix9ine I'm back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which
This-
I
this
love
the
that song. I thought that song
What's
was
it called? Gumbo or some shit? Or
Gooba.
Oh,
Gooba was
Gooba?
the song.
Gooba?
And we got Baby Shark right there. So
could
like
see
we're
her-
already kid friendly
You could
as
literally
fuck.
see her balloon knot through her fucking
Look,
underpants.
here's a
disgusting.
big duck
Hey, look,
slide,
she's
slide,
monetized on
and the
YouTube, so if this
peanut
gets
butter
taken
sucker
down-
actually regrets me. My mother, I troll betas with my Pornhub.
I trolled betas with my
She
Pornhub.
trolled betas with a Pornhub.
Which is hilarious because she did. She just made a Pornhub account.
I just want to make it clear I'm
And
very
then probably made a
uncomfortable.
fuck ton of
I
money
am
off of it.
extremely
just-
You're uncomfortable?
Yeah, I
You're
don't like children dancing naked.
She's
19
19.
years
She's an
old.
adult.
She's a child.
She is.
19
I
years old.
agree with Ron.
We're 30. All right, she's a child. This is
You
uncomfortable.
wouldn't though.
No.
Me neither. I just wanted you. I want to see if
Are
you
you
would.
guys fucking retarded?
Would you, Ricky?
Big facts.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Betrayer, you nothing but a hater, cloud chaser. Now I watch my favorite Twitch star. Dim she hot, motherfucker with his mugshot.
Wait,
She's-
wait.
Is that a
Is
unicorn?
everybody seeing that?
Yeah, everybody's seeing
Everybody
this right
seeing
now.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Please write in. All right. So we are the Rudist at gmail.com. I need to take a poll on this because clearly my co-hosts don't understand what a.
It's need backup on Twitch. It's called The Rudist.
No, we are the Rudist at gmail.com.
No,
I
no,
need
no, no,
emails.
Hold on. He's trying to find where the podcast is available in audio
okay.
form, and it's if you go on iTunes,
Spotify and iTunes, the Rudist.
it's The Rudist.
The Rudist. RUDIST. The Rudist.
So, what you're creating a poll? What's the poll
The
gonna
poll
be?
is who wouldn't as opposed to would. That's it.
I think, and that's you're not gonna write any more. It's just gonna be who would and
Who
who
would?
wouldn't.
No. Everybody who's watching this, who would and who wouldn't, and I'm going to take a poll. Write in to we are the Rudist at gmail.com. Would you smash a 19-year-old who is
Belle Delphine.
clearly clad riding a unicorn on YouTube? Or would you not and just hold the same sad, pathetic fucking penis in your hand that you normally do? Let me know.
I'm gonna hold my penis in my
We
hand.
are
I'm
the
gonna
Ru-
hold my
we are-
sad,
yeah.
pathetic
we
penis
are,
in
we
my
are
hand.
the Rudist
Yeah,
at
We're
gmail.com.
split here.
Okay.
We're not split. It's a 2 to 3 right now.
No, it's called a 2 to 1. I don't count as 3 people.
Baby, eat a Mars rock. Daddy, go. Now I TikTok be gone thought. All these
Hold on.
simps always
Hold
talking
the
shit.
fuck-
Yada,
Hold
yada,
on.
yada. When you
Just turn it off. Just-
Now I TikTok.
All right. Whoa.
This
okay,
face
okay.
here.
All right.
This face here
Gross.
that we're looking at.
Gross.
I don't understand why why I like it.
You what the fuck?
See, John is already on
God
the wood
damn it! I'm
page.
by myself on
I
this.
don't know
I
where-
don't know why when girls do this stupid cross-eyed tongue out thing.
It's
I
disgusting.
like
John,
it.
John, you're catering to her male instincts. She's clearly a mentally deficient blonde with a large tongue and a big mouth.
Well,
to
her
stick it
hair's
in.
pink.
It's probably naturally stupid, so it's fine.
Be gone thought. All these simps always talking shit. Yeah.
The simps are talking shit.
Yeah, this whole face right here not really doing it for me.
The I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah, just too much teeth. you
Yeah,
know what I'm
there's.
saying?
I didn't realize how horse tooth Belle Delphine was.
Yeah, she.
Yada, yada. When you see me, what you
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Now I'm turned on again. I'm sorry. I'm thinking with my very little brain as opposed to my.
All right,
giant
I gotta
big brain.
go.
Your big,
gotta go.
soft brain.
talk about, little bees row?
Oh, she called me out.
Got no clout. Yeah, you weak without your ass out. Yeah.
What are you fucking
Are
gay?
you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Maybe.
Huh? Play me like a dumb.
I love this hook, by the
All
way.
right, let's see.
This
let's
is my
see.
favorite hook.
Play
in
me
the
like a
world.
dummy.
Me like, bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Stupid.
Bitch, are you
stupid,
dumb? Are you
or
dumb? Yes, you're absolutely
Fucking
dumb.
Are
gay?
you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Are you dumb?
I love.
Stupid?
I
or
love
dumb?
that soundbite right there.
Fucking
Are
gay?
you dumb,
Fucking
stupid,
gay.
or dumb? Ass out. Yeah.
What are you fucking gay?
What are you
dumb,
fucking
stupid,
gay?
or
What are you
dumb?
fucking gay?
Play me like a dummy, like
Pay
bitch, are you
$35
dumb?
a month
Are you
for my
dumb,
OnlyFans.
stupid, or dumb?
I
You-
guarantee
you
this.
gay?
You got your money, but you're still freaking ugly. XD. Listen,
I guarantee
you're
this
not
entire
publishing.
video has
Yes,
made
I'm
Chris
gamer.
Hansen a fuck
Also,
ton of money.
taxpayer. Skeet, yada. Pass me Dorito.
Skeet, yada.
Send nudes, naughty. Delphi,
Send
you
nudies.
nasty. Egg white, fighting. See that? Be excited. Goofin, Susan. Not loud.
I
not
hope.
ratty.
I hope that wow.
There we go. That's a good.
I'm
Okay.
done. No, get rid of this.
Your boo
Yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
it. Guess what? You die sooner.
Hey, that's pretty
You
good.
were thinking I died. Bitch, surprise. I still got them double thick thighs. No lies. I
She doesn't
Like,
What
have
is
any
going
thighs.
on?
Like,
What is
literally,
even going
okay,
on? This
okay.
is the kind of content that the world needs right now. The world's in a very difficult spot. Ricky, and
Everybody,
Ron.
why you fucking demonizing me? I've been justifying this the entire fucking
I'm
time.
kind of I'm swinging
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
swinging
you're
back to fucking
swinging back to my
Ricky's
my
side. You're outnumbered here.
I don't
this
care.
is the kind of content that the world needs. This is like imagine all the people
It's
of
disgusting.
our generation.
Oh god.
Yeah, but honestly,
This is
all right, guaranteed. Okay, so you meet this girl at a club, right?
yeah.
You meet this girl at a club. She's
Right.
she's totally fucking into you, which is never going to fucking happen. Anyway, so
I don't know. Sometimes I have blow on me. You don't fucking.
all right, so you meet this girl at a club, and you're clearly a coke dealer, and she comes up to you showing fucking interest, and she's a 19-year-old girl, but she's got a fake ID, and she shows up to you in a fucking club, and you recognize her from her fucking lackluster, fucking mediocre, fucking talentless.
Oh, wait, hold on. Lackluster, talentless. Number one, what is this? This is all the talent you
It
need.
looks like an upside down.
And number two,
heart. It's gross.
we're talking about 6.8 million
We're
views
talking
on YouTube,
okay,
and this
okay.
was uploaded 2 days ago.
You interrupt me again, I'm going to fucking murder you. Okay, listen. That fucking ass is all about the angles. That ass is all about the angles. Look how hard she is trying to portray that booty.
It's an
You're
upside
right.
down heart.
You're
It's
right.
All right,
disgusting.
all right. So hear me the fuck out instead of interrupting. You fucking cunt. Let's figure this fucking shit out. All right. So clearly you have a kind of round thing to it. What does
rid
she
of
weigh?
it.
About 95 pounds. There's no jiggle to that. There's literally nothing but
Did you
fucking
see this
stern
part?
fucking angles.
Hold on. Did you see this part though?
You were thinking I died, bitch, surprise. I still got them double thick thighs.
This part?
Oh wow.
That part?
I could probably do that on camera, fucking covered in fucking paint, and I'll do it for content.
You want to do it?
100%.
I think you should do it.
I might need the wax, but I will do it for content. I will do it for content and have more jiggle than that fucking
we'll start an
skinny ass fucking
OnlyFans
bitch.
for you, and we'll
Oh,
make
only-
it $700
Okay.
a month.
Like I said on the previous podcast, RagingRichard69 at gmail.com. OnlyFans.
Do you really have an OnlyFans?
How do you change your voice like that?
Oh, how do I go from
Oh.
movie guy to regular podcast guy? I don't fucking know, Ron. I just
You just lower your voice a couple of octaves, and
Yeah,
it's
I
very
know.
easy to
Can
do.
we get
literally,
this off the
literally
screen?
all
Can
you
we
have
get
to
No
do.
lies, I get down and gobble,
Yeah, we can
gobble,
do
All right,
that.
all right.
gobble.
Pause. Like literally, there's no bounce. There's no actual. Now I'm joining Ron's side. We switched it up. Now I'm joining Ron's side because this chick is pissing me the fuck off. She's working those fucking angles.
She's talking shit about men. You know what? I'm back on Ron's side too.
Yeah, this is not okay.
Fuck this lady.
Yeah,
Fuck this lady.
Yeah, she's making weight.
She's not a
she's
lady.
making
She's
shit-
a child.
She's 19 years old. She's a lady by definition.
Okay.
God
All
damn it.
right. Listen.
Yo,
Listen.
she be going.
All right. No. Pause. Not for any particular reason besides the fact I'm looking at it. Okay, so listen.
Now you're back on.
What?
you're
No,
back
no,
on her
no,
side?
no. I'm
All
not.
right.
I'm not. Listen, if you are 19 years old and you are literally on the internet and you are literally whoring yourself out to the fucking entire fucking world via OnlyFans,
Good for
page,
you.
and fucking great for you. You're making more money than I am. You have fucking 6.9 million fucking views on this shitty fucking video.
And
with
a
your-
fucking OnlyFans. Like I don't know how many how many fans she has on the
a
OnlyFans.
mediocre ass and a fucking wig. Like, go fuck yourself.
Look, I
could
she
do
knew
that.
how to do it.
I could do that tomorrow.
No, you can't.
I could do that tomorrow.
Okay,
you can't.
do it.
You want me to fucking
I-
spread my fucking legs like that?
I will
Fucking
bet you
spread
$20.
eagle.
No.
in a thong,
I mean,
fucking dipping-
get the 6.8 million views in.
Oh no,
3 days.
no, absolutely not. But if this podcast blows up and we get enough views, I will recreate this entire
What's-
video in a thong.
Okay,
100%.
what's the number? How many
What's the
subscribers?
number?
How many?
Subscribers to YouTube? I will recreate this entire fucking video, and you have my
At
word.
1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers on fucking YouTube. What's the
We already have
monetization?
You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewed content.
I need 1,000 subscribers on the Rudist YouTube.
Get us monetized, and Ricky will
and
do this.
If you get us monetized, I will recreate this entire video in a fucking thong on a cold day, so I'm not looking impressive.
I will not be here.
I'll be here.
I will not.
I
be
will.
Here.
I will.
I
100%
promise you.
be.
I
here.
promise you, I'm thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Are you gonna write your own rap?
That's so easy. I will do this whole fucking video and diss track fucking 6ix9ine. The entire
No,
way.
no, Dis Belle Delphine.
No.
Wobble,
I
there's a
can't.
big duck side
Oh,
side
wait.
and the
Hold
peanut
on.
butter. Don't suck it.
All right.
Hold on. Go back. Go back like 13 seconds.
No, don't go back.
Yes. There we go. Okay. Let me see that. Nope. Just yeah.
You're not spreading cheeks so much as you are mayonnaise right now.
Yeah, that's like really white. There's not a lot.
What are we
to
looking
spread.
at right now?
We are looking at a.
Because there's an audio component to this podcast that people are probably
Okay,
going to listen
so what
to.
we were looking at is a night. Oh, this isn't being shared on the fucking live.
This is being shared on the
Okay,
live,
okay.
but there's also
All right,
people that
so-
are going to
so-
listen to this
Okay,
only
so
audio.
so what you were looking at is a freshly, I'm assuming, I hope, 19-year-old girl spreading her ass cheeks in a polka dot thong,
pink striped thong.
pink striped thong, bikini to 6ix9ine's. What's the song?
Gooba.
Gooba. All right,
And she's done her own lyrics.
she's done her own lyrics to it, talking about here's a big duck.
You'd think that you'd manicure your fucking nails before you go ahead and shoot a
Yeah,
big...
her hands look fucking.
Her hands
gross,
look
bro.
manly.
Her hands look gross. It's not cool. You know, I'm sure one of those pink polka dots line up with her fucking balloon knot, but
And there's there's like a blemish on the ass.
yeah,
real close to the
she's-
hole.
She's got a little on
Ron,
the
what
left,
do you
on
think?
the left ass cheek,
Ron.
she definitely has
I'm uncomfortable. I'm,
little
I
bit of,
don't like this.
All right,
a
so
little freckle on her inner left butt cheek that I'm not really comfortable with. So, her asking if there's a big duck, she could probably handle a Irish-sized wiener.
Duck side
There we
side
go.
and the peanut butter. Don't sucker who actually regrets me. My mother.
Wait,
I
wait,
love
wait.
that line. I do love that
Don't
line.
suck her.
Who actually regrets me? My mother. That's a pretty good line.
Yeah, that's fire. That's
They're
fire.
actual betas with my Pornhub. Betrayer, you nothing but a hater, cloud chaser. You're mad.
So,
I'm
do-
back.
all right, oh,
Big
no, pause,
mad,
pause,
he's
pause, pause,
mad,
hold on, hold on.
she's mad. Big sad, ha ha. Don't care, stay mad.
I
Oh,
hate
there
her.
we go.
I hate her so much.
All right. Ron clearly likes retarded. No, I'm sorry. John likes clearly.
No, I'm back on your side. I'm back on Ron's side.
You're back on Ron's side?
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Are you sure you don't like that?
Do you want to feel my cock? It's soft as hell. My cock is soft.
I don't have a pair of tweezers on me, so no. Yeah, this is
Lightning fast. Those guys.
Yeah. Oh, the content is so fast and quick. Like this girl making this face.
Look at that face. It's retarded.
Yeah. And you can't. Yeah. We could use the R word. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's
But
retarded.
yeah. Look at this.
She
look
looks
at this.
retarded.
She looks like Diva from Overwatch if she survived World War II.
I don't play Overwatch because I'm not gay.
You don't do anything because you're not gay.
Yeah, that's the safest way to live.
Yeah. That's just.
That's the safest way to treat yourself is just sit in one room, don't do anything, prove you're not gay.
So
That's how I live my life.
John lives in his fortress of solitude, just constantly reminding himself that he's not gay, listening to this shit fucking song.
I didn't listen.
While watching to a freshly new 19-year-old scantily clad fucking chick on camera fucking make retarded faces while
Look, I'm
shaking
on
her
Twitter
mediocre
and-
Caucasian ass. Okay, cool, sweet.
I love how. Look, I'm
glad I broke that down for the people. Stop yelling into the mic.
I'm constantly trying to find new content to bring to you people, and
You're-
you every time you shoot it down. It's
Dude.
been 2 weeks.
Well, you bring little children on.
Shut the fuck
up.
up.
Big Chad, little titties, big ass, and no dad. Bathwater so.
Little titties, big ass,
and no dad. That explains it. That explains
Holy
it.
Do you
fuck.
understand why I don't like this? It's uncomfortable.
Ron, how do you say it? Does she live in a single wide or a double wide?
I don't know what trailer she lives in. but-
Bathwater sold out. Big sad.
Bathwater sold out. Big sad.
Sold out, big sad. OnlyFans now to get a big bag.
Oh, she knows what she's doing, bro.
That's what I'm saying. This track is bulletproof.
It's gross. It's fucking gross. Is it over yet?
Kitty Belle Delphine.
That's where you can find her shit if you want to see it.
how hold the fuck up. Okay. All right. So we witnessed that. No, we gotta cut this out. But seriously, like,
What are you talking about?
It's not going
It's
anywhere.
going out live. There's no cutting it
we're
out.
fucking ending this shit after this fucking comment. All right, so let's say, let me talk into the fucking mic real quick. Let me speak up. All right, so this chick, where did she go to school? Her dad's her dad's not fucking there. Some dude said, "Hey, you look good, fucking scantily clad on fucking camera." She said, "Okay," fucking did it. Did a whole video to the world's shittiest fucking song on the face of the fucking planet. Has never had to work an honest day in her fucking life, and literally just did that fucking stupid fucking bullshit on camera, and makes more money than me working 60 hours a fucking week.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Correct? That's facts?
Yeah.
That's facts? All right, podcast over. Fuck this.
Ricky's done.
All right, yeah, we're hitting that. We're hitting that time. This is the Rudist podcast. You can find us on Spotify. Just search the Rudist. You can find us on Apple, iTunes. The
You
Rudist.
can find us on iTunes too, where we're not shaking our ass for fucking money.
Oh, somebody's mad about people getting
I'm
money.
so fucking pissed off about this bitch making more money than me. You have no fucking clue. like I wish this girl grew up in Columbine.
What even is money, yo? Like, come on. What
Oh
even?
my God.
John, go fuck yourself. We have to pay to be here in my house. You don't have to pay that bill, nigga. What the fuck?
Why don't we just move to Chaz? Then we don't have to worry about money.
Oh my God.
Chaz?
That's going well, I hear.
I am not doing Chaz. I'm not doing Chaz. I'm already angry enough at fucking Bella Delphine, fucking literally
All right.
doing nothing but having a mediocre ass on fucking YouTube and making more money than me. I'm done.
Well-
I'm done. Welcome to the Rudist. This is your host,
Welcome.
Ricky Effing Clark. Goodbye from the Rudist. This is your host, Ricky Effing Clark. My co-host, Ron DeChico, Ron the Don DeChico, and John Chalk from John Breaks Bad News. Have a good night. I'm gonna kill myself.
Birds don't reel.
You-
Birds aren't real.
He's been pissed off so much tonight.
He's not very happy.
All right. No, hold on.
We're still saying goodbye.
And the podcast, I'm gonna die.
Oh wait.
Birds aren't real. The earth is
I gotta
flat.
take that text down because last time I left it up.
Avocados are infused with mind-controlling drugs. I want all of you to be safe. Be safe.